toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review. Are we live? We're live. How's it going, everyone? Happy Monday. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and you are watching the Boba Squadron podcast. Normally on the channel, we talk about toys and action figures here, but we get those collectibles from really cool TV shows and movies. So I like to have a chance to sit down with my friends in the Boba Squadron and talk about that. And of course, with everybody here in the chat tonight, thank you so much for being here. We're live on YouTube, we're live on Twitch, not Switch, but you could have been anywhere in the world tonight. You're here with us, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got a lot to go through tonight. There's a lot of people in the chat. There's 3 episodes to talk about. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some Star Wars collectibles really quickly, catch up with the Boba Squadron, and then of course we'll do 7 minutes for the Bad Batch, and then the remaining hour and a half for episode 5 of Mandalorian season 3. And I'm not going to look at the comments right now because I'm afraid of what Kat Chin might have wrote, but we are going to bring on the Boba Squadron right now because let's get into it. Is the music distracting, everyone? Is the music okay? Paul, can I get a thumbs up? How is it? Good. All right, good. Thank you. I'm gonna have something ready. We're gonna go in a different order today. Different order for specific and non-specific reasons. First up, for the Boba Squadron, excuse me, we have a world-class Twitch streamer. You can watch her on Midnight 30. I wanted to say the other name so badly, I had to stop myself. Midnight 30 every Wednesday at midnight 30 a.m. West Coast time after a new episode of The Mandalorian releases. Please welcome our friend, Livin' La Vida Yoko.
Happy birthday, Kev!
Oh, yes, thank you.
I feel like you usually, you try to call me up first, usually.
Yeah, you're usually not ready.
And I'm usually
because you're doing social mediaing. It's not a judgment. It's just you're posting for the show, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, I was a little bit more on top of things today, so
nice.
You're welcome.
March is over.
Oh, sorry. Happy birthday!
Oh my goodness. What do you have to drink tonight? Yes, let's find out. What's in your left hand?
I actually got a boba tea, so I'm going to start with that.
Nice.
And then I got my strawberry soju for
you
later.
Have
Sunhari.
Very nice. I have Thai roasted milk tea with tapioca.
Yeah.
And yogurt is yogurt flavored soju.
I also have water because it's important to stay hydrated.
Well, we'll see. Well,
Triple
thank you for being here. Let's keep it moving because there's a lot to get through tonight, I feel like. Oh, but yeah, hello to you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Up next, we have oh my gosh. I'm gonna say hi to Ernie next because we got a little special, there's a big Boba Squadron member at the end. Next up, our friend, you can follow him on the Fallen Fett Chronicles over here on YouTube. It's Ernie, the Fallen Fett.
Hey guys, what's up? Happy birthday, Kevin.
Thank you, Ernie. How's it going?
It's going awesome, man.
How you feeling, Ernie?
Excited to be here. A little bit better. My voice is still in and out, still coughing. I did go back to work today, but as you can tell, still just a little But that wasn't going to stop me from being here tonight.
Still a little wet, sorry?
Just
I thought, when people talk about Canadians, you're like, still a little So I thought... I don't
he
know.
wasn't speaking Canadian. No.
Just using my another way. Yeah. Of how I feel. But getting there. But yeah, man, I just got hit by a cold bad. And I'm sorry, I'm one of those big babies. Like, I feel like it's my superpower not to get sick. So when I do get sick, I'm like literally
That's all men, first of all.
I barely get sick. I really do. You're muted, YouTuber.
March is over, Yoko, and that's what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Tell me men aren't big babies when they're sick.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. I ain't never seen
yeah.
one.
I've
be
yet
like,
to meet one.
Oh, I'm sick. Right? Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, Ernie, welcome back. Thank you for being here. It's going to be
Absolutely.
a big show tonight, I think. There's a lot of people in the chat.
Huge.
Our fourth and final member of the Boba Squadron. My goodness, what a week it's been for this man. Just, I don't know. From season 3, episode 5 of Mandalorian this week. Please welcome the one and only. I almost choked on those words. the super nice and it's an absolute honor and privilege to call this person a friend, Mr. Paul Sun-hyung Lee.
Oh, we didn't even rehearse that, Ernie. We
Wow.
both did it.
There you go.
Oh, I forgot. Recipient of his own Star Wars character poster, Mr. Paul Sun-hyung Lee.
Just
What's
limited
going
edition.
on? And we have it. I mean, if you haven't seen it yet on social media, the star of this episode, we can say one of the stars, but you know, one of the stars. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one.
Yes.
Sorry, that's the character.
The probe. The probe. All hail the probe. Come on. In probe we trust. I love it. Thank you, Tommy
Oh
K.
my god.
Thank you, Tommy K, for that lovely, lovely character poster.
No,
I
this
honestly
is
thought
the joke poster.
that was gonna be it, though. I thought.
Yeah. Check
Look
that
at
out.
that,
And
man.
before Zeb. I thought for sure Zeb's would be first.
Yes.
What is this expression supposed to be? This is
I
the same
I don't
expression-
even remember getting this picture done. They there's always a photo session that you do in costume whenever you shoot an episode, and so a lot of it you do the 3D scan for action figures that never get made, and then they do these quick sort of photo shoots where you have helmet on, helmet off, and all these different things. I'm on my comms, like I was trying to figure out like what am I doing with my hands, and I looked and I was like, oh, because I've got my the comm link on his gauntlet in his glove, and so it's just I think he's just like it's the whole like what are you doing? I'm on the phone. It's like, look,
Like,
give
this
me
better
a-
be worth your interrupting me,
exactly.
right?
So and Kevin, you had that perfect. It's that what are you doing? Look, because when we were at dinner at the David Duncan house the other day, you took a picture. You were taking a picture of your food, and I was looking. I gave you that same look, and then you took
the
a picture
exact
of
same
me
look.
giving you that look.
Well, my wife said, "Are you going to take a photo of this steak before we eat it?" And then I hadn't planned to. And then you looked over. You're like, "Are you one of those people that does that?" I'm like, "No," but since
One
you
of
said that, yes.
Those people.
Well,
Yeah.
you did take a picture of your appetizer as well, and then you took a picture. So I was just like, okay, let's go.
Oh, I forgot. This is the most important part of the intro. The man who eats 3 pieces of bread at a steakhouse, Mr. Paul Sun-hyung Lee. What are you doing, sir?
It was yummy, and I was hungry.
Is that frowned upon? Because then
fills
I've
you
been
up.
doing it wrong.
It fills you up,
Don't
apparently,
get
Ernie.
Kev stuck on.
It's just
Kevin-
ill-advised, I feel
Kevin's humble brag that he finished his entire
Man.
16-ounce
Just depends
ribeye
on how hungry you are, you know.
Yeah.
we were hungry.
and your
Well,
sides.
This was the exact face that I got. He's like, "You're one of those people that takes photos of their food," and then you posed for it. So I didn't know. I was getting mixed signals from you. You posed for several photographs.
Just having fun.
Oh, we had. I think we had too much fun. The steakhouse wasn't. They weren't ready for us. But hey, Paul,
Acting. Thank you.
I'm an actor. Congratulations on this episode, man. I know
Aw,
you were streaming last night. You talked to the Bitter Brigade.
eventually.
Eventually, there are a lot of people there, which is
There
always
were
great.
So many people. It was great. I have
Yeah,
to work out a better system. I have to work out a better system.
Just have
think-
everyone super chat if they want a hello. That's the
Right.
easiest.
Oh my
That'll
god, that's horrible.
Wow.
That sounds so mercenary. I gotta find a better way.
okay.
It's
A
just-
better
I
way.
think
Better way
yeah.
than that.
Yeah, no, but it was worth it. It was worth it. I just have to split up the video and go after this point. Then everybody can start listening in on the content.
Yeah. Tune
If you
in
wanna
to
skip
Paul's
hellos.
channel for Helloing Sundays over on Bitter Asian Dude Inc. I mean, the episode was crazy. Obviously, we're going to talk about it, but I'm sure I speak for everybody when I say we're so happy for you and just to watch that episode. I mean, this is the only episode I've watched like 5 times before screenshots.
Wow.
So it was just awesome to see. And we're all very happy for you, man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And I've run out of nice things to say. Ernie, Yoko, do you have anything for Paul?
Man, just what a week it must have been for you, man, because it was every freaking day, and I'm so happy for you. Like, I
Thank
don't
you.
even know how many times I watched that episode, from the night of texting you to the next day. Yoko's midnight 30, that was awesome. Had to jump in there, and it just everybody was just so excited, and I love to see that it went for the whole week, because Star
Yeah.
Wars and Mando was posting about you every freaking day, even up to date for the poster, and I was like, yes, I called it. He got his poster. And yeah, we don't need a Zeb one. We needed you.
Thank
So
you.
that was
Thanks.
great. And I
still
bet
kinda
you
wanted
just
that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind also a Zeb one now.
Thank you.
I don't need a Zeb
Thank you for
one.
stepping on my moment. You too.
Yeah,
appreciate
oh,
that.
look at
You,
You called us dumbasses before.
like-
That's why.
like all the commenters too. It's like I finally get my character poster up, and a complete stranger is like, "Where's Zeb? We want Zeb's character." And it's like, dude, he was on screen for like 30 seconds.
it was Yoko's other
That
account.
was literally like, come on, that's exactly. The probe did more than Zeb did in the episode.
did. The probe
right?
had more
The
screen
probe
time.
did way more than Zeb
Probe
did.
is
Like,
amazing too. Like, you had so much to the story that's even like the best part. Not that we got to see Paul more on screen,
Mhm.
but just everything that happened. Dude, I never knew a droid had a probe like that could do that and showed on the TV screen. Like, there's so much for us to get into, but I'm just so happy for you, man, and congratulations. And not only everybody in the squadron tonight telling Kevin happy birthday, but make sure you give your love to Paul too, and just let him know, man, great episode, great job, and I'm so happy for you. That's
Thank
it.
you.
And happy birthday, Kevin. Don't forget those super chats. He really wants to buy something nice.
Say that with more confidence, please. Thanks, Ernie.
Sorry.
I'm kidding. Yes, everyone, thank you so much for being here. It happens to be my birthday also, but I get to spend it with you in the chat and the Boba Squadron. But the point is, we are here talking Star Wars, and what a week for content and stuff out there. We're going to talk a little bit about some toy collecting, because that's what really drives the channel, and some shows, and then we're going to talk about the shows. But first, we do have the channel members here, the Butter Nation. Everyone watching, thank you so much for being here. Before we get started, if you have a chance to hit the thumbs up for the video, that would help the video out a lot. But first up, we have Bitter Vader 74. I'm here to troll Paul. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you got a t-shirt that says Paul does have that on the
Exactly.
Bitter Asian Dude website in the shop. I'm just here to troll Paul. That is probably the bestseller. Is that a safe assumption, Paul?
absolutely. It is actually. It's awesome. Love it.
It was a really safe assumption. Perfect. Matt Logic 44 is here. Matthew Sinclair, thanks so much for tuning in. This is where the music should come back in. Here we go. Aaron S. Should we do this for an hour? You think we're good? An hour of glowing Mondays.
Messed you up a little bit.
Yeah, your voice is
Is it?
you
How
go.
is this?
There you go.
Let's be closer.
Yeah.
All right, it's just louder. Aaron S. What's going on? What's with the tree arrows? Oh, the 3 arrows. No, that's the show. Like, that's the guy. It's the same guy. It's Paul on the show and on this show on the thumbnail. Aaron S. says intros for 1.5 hours. Yeah, check in around. What time is it now? What time is it now? By the time we're done, it'll be 29 hours until the next episode of The Mandalorian. Thank you for tuning in. Kat Chin, who I had a chance to meet last week, and that was a lot of fun. I'm going to talk about some of your stuff, and that later on. Thank you for being here, Kat. No 7-minute Bad Batch recap tonight. Not if I have anything to say about it. Well, you know, I'm scared of Kat, so maybe 10 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes for 2 episodes. Sam Rock is here. I am TJ Williams, who just became a channel member here on YouTube. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Jason, what's going on? Work More or Less says, looking forward to this recap. Please go check out Jason's Instagram. Not only is he like a talented photographer, but just conceptually, creatively, the things he comes up with is just mind-boggling. So please go check him out. John Carmen is here. What's going on? Stop tagging the wrong celebrities on Twitter. He's going to get somebody in trouble. What's up, Tommy K? Great to see you again.
Tommy.
What's up, Tommy?
Tommy, great job on that character poster. Thank you very much. Anton is here, says, hello there. Happy 75th birthday? No, that's Ryan Dole. That's not me. That's Ryan. He is 84. Congratulations, Ryan. Customs by Matthew is here. Customs by Matthew. Don't forget that name, chat. We're going to show something by the very talented Customs by Matthew. Aaron S. says, happy birthday. What's it like to be 45? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Thanks to High School Creations, I'm a member now. Yes, the very generous High School Creations last week. Thank you. Quinn Calling is here. Hello, hello. I'm so upset. I hated everything for a few days. I know, Kat. It was a rough ending for the Bad Batch. Bronx Ninja's here. What's going on, Bronx Ninja? Thanks for tuning in. Gordon Skalski. Welcome, welcome. Ready for some glorious Star Wars talk. That's what we do here.
What's up, Gordon?
We have Star Wars reporters. Happy Monday. Carl M. What's up, Carl? Hope you're feeling better. We'll see you tomorrow, maybe. Chamba is here. What's up, Chamba? Thank you for the birthday wishes. Hoping to see you soon at SDCC. Melissa K. What's going on? First time being around for one of the streams. Yes, it's been a while. Haven't seen your name here in a while, but welcome. Always good to see you. Innocent is here. I'm here to send my ping. Very nice. Obi-Wan Shingonas, D-Cirtle, what's going on, fellas? Feeling like crap, leaving work, listening on your phone. Awesome. Drive safe. Trying to move faster. There's a lot of people. I'm in robot mode now. Sam Rock is here. What's up, Sam Rock? Toy Rensu. What's up, Terrence? RMD Collective, what's good? John Takus, welcome back. Toy Box of Doom, hello to you as well. Jason Lapidus, my birthday twin, Jason, has the same birthday as me. So we had lunch today. Jason, happy birthday to you as well.
I don't remember that from last year.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Jason.
Happy birthday, Jason.
Happy birthday, Jason.
Oh, that's nice of you guys. Bad Wolf Media, what's going on? I actually made it before that. Yeah, good to be here at the start. Good to see you. Pickle D, good to see you again. John Takus, anyone going to the Star Wars Toy Expo in Mississauga May 28th? Oh, you're Canadian? Cool. I probably will be. DK is here. What's up, DK? we missed you last week, but good to see you're all better now. On the mend. What's beyond the mend if you're all good? Secretary has checked in.
The assistant to the security.
John says, I hope I get balloons. I'm not 45, but my wife just likes to buy balloons all the time. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Not 45. Dave is here. What's going on? Long drive home from AZ. Go check out Dork Knight, who helped create our Boba Squadron logo. I'm catching up. 17.2 Nate. HasLab Ghost. Yo, please.
It was Dave's birthday the other day too, so happy belated to Dave.
Oh, happy belated, Dave.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Happy belated, Dave.
Nightmare Nemo's here. Says hello, Yoko. Eric Alfred Abel, welcome. Kurt K. Ryan Dole. Happy belated again, Ryan. Can't believe you're 93 already. Patty is here, another channel member. Thank you so much for being here. Innocent with the super chat. Oh, perfect. Says happy birthday, Baron of Butters. Just imagine we're at Embassy popping. No, that was many years ago. We don't. No more clubbing. No more popping bottles. Well, not like back then. And another super chat from, my goodness, Robert Donatello says, happy birthday. Thank you so much. Get myself something nice. Everything's going to go. We're going to get some new lights for the channel. But thank you so much for the super chats, Innocent and Robert. Appreciate both of you. That's very nice. Hashtag Carson Teva figure when. Everyone put that on all of the Mandalorian posts and tag. I don't know if that's the move. Is that the play? Tag Hasbro. They know. They should know.
I would hope so. And that's
hope.
when they're going to release the probe. It'll be an accessory pack. Carson Teva accessory pack. It'll be a leather jacket, a probe,
and not
and
you?
a little disc. Yeah, a disc, and that's it.
Yeah, and deluxe pricing.
Deluxe
big
pricing.
box.
There you go.
Big box.
And then there'll be the credit collection of all that.
Yeah, and the credit collection. Yes.
RMD says, "What up, Blue Boy?"
Hey.
Smash Labs is here. What's up, man? Thank you. What an amazing time to be Star Wars fan. I know. I was complaining that I had too many screenshots to take because there's too many shows. Absolutely spoiled. And at least I'm conscious of it. That's that's the thing. It's X-Wing time? Is that, yeah. Oh, that's of Paul's poster? And then he morphs? We need X-Wing power.
Maybe that's the alarm button to the X-Wing. Like you just press it and you hear.
He's like, "Uh-oh, did I lock the door? Did I lock the cockpit?" What do you mean those people? He knows what he said. Micro Galaxy Squadron is here. D Blake makes what's going on? Did Ernie use every character available on his name tag?
Yes. Right up until the end.
Oh, yeah. 100 minutes of hellos? 100 minutes? Yeah, yesterday was 100.
It was
16 ounces before cooking. Yeah. Oh my god, Yoko. Paul goes to the waiter. He goes, is this steak bone in? And I started cracking up. I was like, trying to be classy, but it was still early on in the night. And then later on, I would have laughed and yelled TB bone in, but it was not bone in steak. Eric Alfred Abel, thank you for the super chat. Paul is dope.
Brother. Thank you.
You absolutely crushed it this week, Paul.
I have spoken.
Wait, you didn't do the sound for Ernie earlier.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
I don't like
that one. Yeah, I would rather. I want to see the baby than Boba screaming.
You prefer that?
Yes, than Boba screaming. That's not fair.
I would like to see the baby.
I would like to see the Boba.
Yes.
I would like to see the Boba's feet.
And then just screaming.
Yeah, that would be the reaction if we saw the Boba's feet, because his toes were all like this in that episode, fighting.
Remember that big one? Just locked up.
This,
yeah.
The thumb. We have Angela in the chat. Says, "Congratulations, Paul." Absolutely. Thank you for tuning back in. We need a Zeb poster too. Perfect.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
New series starring Paul needs to happen at Delphi Rangers. Yeah, come on, let's make it happen. Butter and Bitter Nation, let us stop fighting, join together. Are we fighting? Not anymore. And make this happen. Make this a movement. Oof is here. Says happy birthday. Oh, thank you so much. Congrats, Paul. An epic episode with lots to unpack. We will be unpacking. Winger loses here. Katchin says 10 minutes per episode. Come on. Nobody's got time for that.
What are you talking about?
Let's talk about how gorgeous the new Hot Toys Jessie is. I don't know. I don't do Hot Toys. Somebody else can speak to that.
I got it. It's great. The box was squished. It's okay. It's good.
On brand for.
Thank you, DHL.
Carrie Fanti?
Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Late Night Alum is here. Happy birthday, Kevin. Thank you so much. Spoiler talk. Yes, spoiler talk exclusively. Hi, my name is Sean. Hello, Sean. My name is Kevin. Thank you for tuning in. Phase 2 action review is here. I think we're catching up. I came from Facebook. I love you and Mando, by the way. Thank you. That's for you, Paul.
Thank you.
Were you not in Mando, Kev?
I was the
probe.
I was the probe droid.
You're the probe droid.
Canadian through and through. Awesome. Phase 2 action figure review. Thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. I appreciate you all. Happy birthday to everyone, says Bitter Troll. Yeah, to everybody. Happy birthday to all of you. Anna says many reasons to celebrate today. Why ... Did more toys come in?
Yes.
Carson Teva hot toys and bomber jacket removable. Yes, please. I will buy. Okay, I think we're there. Did I miss anybody? Any super chats? I think that's it. Something about spreadsheets. MC is here. Thank you. Says happy birthday to me. Thank you. Boo DHL. Thank you. Alfredo M is here. Thanks for tuning in. All right. 27 minutes. See, Paul? It's doable. I'm kidding. It's a third of like what your chat.
Paul's list just kept growing and growing and growing. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a long night.
I know. I have to find a way to streamline it. I think it's a holdover to when I had a more manageable number that I could have those.
You gotta
really
either
nice...
go quickly, you just say names, or you do your members.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
that's a perk of being a member.
Yeah.
Members is a good one.
I know.
There you go.
I feel bad about doing that, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's true. Members should.
But as you
Because
grow, right? You can't.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't do everybody.
That's
And that's cool. Is like you just said, as you grow. That's
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's $5. You know, that's $5.
What's up, Dario? Says happy birthday, you wacky Canadian. It's not Paul's birthday. No, I'm kidding.
you talking
Dario,
about?
thank you so much.
What up, Dario?
And Scott Robsco, thank you for tuning in. All right, pickups real quick. Of course, we like toys. I got a lot of stuff. Yoko, do you want to go first? Do you have anything?
No, I don't think I have anything.
Okay, pass. Paul?
You had those rings. Yoko, didn't you just show off those awesome rings?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I can show those.
Come on. You can make a really wicked dent in somebody's forehead with them.
Here, let me.
You have Unity printed on his head for a week.
Yeah.
I picked up a family of rings from Rocklove.
Oh.
No,
Dang.
it's this way,
Right?
lady.
Look at that.
Now they upside down,
You put
Kevin.
them on wrong to begin with, is what I'm saying.
I put them on wrong. Okay, there. Is that better?
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
You can't tell
Nice.
someone to kiss the rings and they're all upside down. It's just not a good look.
I guess, but like I like being able to see them myself, you know?
And who are those? Who makes those? Where are those from?
These are from Rocklove Jewelry.
From Rocklove Jewelry. There's a Grogu and a Bodin, the Bodin combo.
Nice.
Nice.
They're fun.
Is that all you had before I?
The back of her ring says night owls.
Oh wow! Oh, you can punch that in someone's forehead.
That's dope.
And then on Mando's it says
That's if you slap them, though.
Uh huh.
This is the way.
this
No.
is the way.
This is the way.
Is this still the way though? Yo, Thomas Chung, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, nice rings, Yoko.
Yeah,
Thank
those
you.
are awesome.
And what's the hat?
Oh, this is also from a fan of shop. I was wearing that the Hauser shirt that she made last week, and she also had some merch where she branded it "Crying Over Clones Club." So I figured if I don't wear this week when we discuss the finale of Bad Batch, when would I?
Well, 18 months.
In
from
18
now.
months, yeah. So I had to wear this. Crying Over Clones. I didn't cry though, but we'll get to that.
Did you weep?
No.
No.
Did you? All right.
Lump
I
in
have
the
a
throat?
theory. I have a theory.
Oh,
We'll get there. I just hope it. Remember, there's only 7 minutes. Just be mindful of how long your theory is going to
Yeah.
be.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll try to be quick.
Those are some great rings, Yoko. Paul, you have anything ready?
Yeah, I got a nice box from Hasbro, actually. The Mandomania box that came, and it was filled with all kinds of goodies, including a couple of Black Series figures that were not of me. They had Hasbro Force Effects Black Series Darksaber, which is really dope. And this, I think this is the big crown jewel. It's the Bo-Katan
Nice.
helmet, electronic helmet there, which is great because I was sitting on the fence as to whether to get it or not, and I decided I wasn't going to get it, and then they sent it to me. So problem solved, which was awesome. It also came with a bunch, I think 6 of these different tiny little focus. There you go, Grogu's.
I like that.
All
new
in
one.
different poses, which is really cute.
Yeah.
I was gonna unbox them on my Instagram. I was gonna unbox them last night, but just in case we got to an fun boxing. But yeah, so all that stuff, and I also got a nice little packaging. I got Hot Toys Jessie came in from DHL, which was crushed. It's the thing I never opened. And I got a nice package that came in that we're gonna be unveiling on Sunday. For a very special edition of Fun Boxing Sundays, we're actually going to be, yes, they are yours, Anna, don't worry. I was just going to unbox them. I wasn't going to give them away. She was so worried. It's like, what are you doing with those? I said, I'm going to open them. It's like, it's okay. We're going to keep them. I'm not going to give them away.
Oh, now we know what you should be buying more of then.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Always have those to pad out the free shipping.
But I did get a really special care package in from some of my friends over at Diamond Select and Gentle Giant, and we're going to be making a big announcement this Sunday on Fun Boxing Sundays on my channel. So tune in to hear what it's all about. I'm very excited about it. So it's cool.
Very cool. All right, make sure you're subscribed and on Ernie's channel and on for Yoko's Twitch and YouTube as well. Links are in the video description below. Anything else, Paul? Before I move on.
No.
All right, Ernie.
Oh, wait.
Go next.
Just kidding.
What?
Just
Okay. Only because I said Ernie.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Oilers?
That Hasbro box is pretty cool. I seen other people put it up because they didn't send me one.
Right.
I checked like a lot. No,
I think I got
Hasbro
2 because
did not
mine
send
said
me one.
Ernie.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did it really? Is that what happened?
I
I
got
just
2.
went there.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe. But I do want to know how that Darksaber is. So I hope you do a little review. Do you have any of the other ones?
Of the other lightsabers or the other Darksaber?
Yeah.
No, the other one. Funny enough, that's the third Darksaber Force Effects because I actually did an unboxing and a review of it on my channel earlier.
Uh-huh.
And then
We had to
the
watch
boy
the video, Ernie.
Noah liked it so much and he kept grabbing mine. I bought him one. So that's actually the third Darksaber from Hasbro that we have in the house.
Okay. Awesome. A lot of people always want to compare it to the Disney one that I have.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know a friend who has it, so I can't yet. But I will send them over to your channel now.
Well, why don't I
And
flip one over to you? I've already
have
got
them
2.
Watch that review. You let me know how much. I got stuff for trades. I got Garbage Pail Kids. I got feet pictures.
Yeah,
Let me know.
baby.
Oh,
You know what I like?
no.
That story. They didn't say it were his feet, Kevin.
Dipped in
Yeah.
churro boba.
Oh. Speaking of, it's Kevin's birthday, so I made sure I did.
Oh, you got
Nice.
it.
And I went to
Thank you,
another
Ernie.
one today that I found down the street.
Cheers.
So I got me some caramel boba.
Again, no, that's
No?
cheers.
Are you
That's fine.
serious?
Yeah, no,
Gosh,
cheers. Yeah,
Dang
that's
it.
fine.
I try so hard. Happy birthday, Kev.
Thank you, man.
Okay, so I only got the one thing in. Did you want me to show it, or are you going to show it, or
You want
how
me to
did
show
you
it?
want to do this?
Well, you show it because you have it
I
on the.
forgot. I have one too.
You
Okay.
have, it on the, you have it on the body.
Yeah. So our friend Customs by Matthew sent us all the head sculpt, as you've seen on my channel.
Nice.
Woo! There we go. And so I hurried up and I even opened up my R5. Paul, I opened up a figure for you.
Nice.
So I went and I ran and I tore R5 off the wall, opened it up because I was like, I had to. And then I went and grabbed my Luke X-Wing, heated it up, and then I popped off the head and threw it on there. And finally, I have a Captain Carson Teva figure with an R5 at that.
Is this
So-
a weird? Is this a weird
out
screen
great.
to look at, Paul? Like the other 3
Oh,
chats. in your
yeah,
face?
all of us are.
And I got and check this out. Oh no.
It
I got
came
the
out
same
so good. And I'll have you know too, this is Celebration Luke, Paul. So that's even
Oh
more.
wow.
Yes.
There you go.
Wait, so what's Celebration Luke? Is
I
that
got
like
one
the
So
Millions of
Celebration a while
dollars
ago
worth?
had the Luke X-wing as a special figure, and it
Yeah.
was a lot of money, and they made me open it, and so I grabbed that body to put onto to use for Paul's body,
who's
There you
they in that sentence that made you
the Toy
open it?
Migos.
They super chatted everything?
Well, yeah, there was a contest going on of Ernie open them S's because I don't
Yes.
open anything, and
I
every
recall.
week I had to open up a figure, and that was the last one that they made me open. They made me pull it down from my wall
Oh dear.
and rip it into shreds. Celebration Luke.
Yes.
So I've
yes.
had it just waiting for this moment.
Nice.
Yeah.
The creator of the head sculpt. Do you have the giant sticker, Ernie?
Yes.
Customs by Machu on Instagram.
Well, look at me and
Please.
Yoko. We're on brand. Showing
I
both.
left mine upstairs.
Look at that.
Somewhere. But yes, go
Nice.
follow. Machu's is an awesome toy customizer, and he made these and sent them out to the squadron. So show him some love. I think he had some for sale earlier, but I don't know if he does anymore. But they look great. They look great, Paul.
Did you?
Yeah.
So flattering.
I'm gonna
So awesome.
put mine on a ring.
You're
gonna
gonna
put
have
yours on
Paul's
a
head
ring?
on a ring,
Nice.
but it has
So
to be
you-
with the expression from the
That's not-
character poster.
Isn't
Like,
that weird, man?
Imagine
is.
you get slapped with that. Oh my god.
I was gonna open the X-wing pilot Asti from the sequels because the suit,
It's too much light.
and then put on like a brown jacket from somewhere.
Hmm.
Nice pickup, Ernie.
Wow.
Sorry.
Anything else, dude?
Oh no, for me, no. That was the highlight of the week. I didn't need anything else.
We have the man who's internationally known on the microphone, Mr. Dan Ewan, in the chat says, "Happy birthday!" Thank you so much, Dan.
What up,
may
Dan?
This year be the year you fully appreciate pizza crust. Hell no. We just talked about not eating bread at a steakhouse, but I do appreciate. I think the idea overall, the sentiment. Yeah. He also says Paul,
Yeah,
and
no,
then
it's up.
I cannot read this.
It's
Paul-
it's in Korean. Sugo
Yeah, oh yes.
Put it on.
Sugo has.
Is it what
What?
he had me say to you the other day?
Yeah.
Suko he so yo. That's what he told me it was.
Good
This
work.
looks like it has more characters.
We have some nida. No. Sugo ha su sumni.
You made him
Ah,
put his glasses
that.
on.
Sorry, sumnida. It finished at the end. It was like that doesn't make any sense. Sugo has sumnida. That's basically good work. You did some really good work.
Aw.
So thank you, Dan. Thank you.
Yeah. What up, Dan? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
man, thank you for being here. It says I'll be sending your email to my Whoa. What?
I can send it to you right now. Just message me.
Can you send all our emails?
That's what he
No,
said.
I think he's talking about. Well, you know, he has all of our emails. Well, he has my email. We'll talk.
He says
he-
all of ours.
I don't think he's talking about us.
You don't
But
have
Dan,
mine. He blocks
thank
me every
you.
other week.
Why is he unblocking you? Anyway, thank you, Dan, for being here. Ernie, what else do you have? Anything else?
No, sir. That was it.
You're making him. You're like rubbing it in that he doesn't have anything else.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I got
I
distracted.
go nowhere.
He's got a
before I
great
go-
story.
Before I go
yeah,
to me,
no stories.
No,
Anything else,
I was
Ernie?
sitting
But
here. at
Kev, I
home.
think that corn on the cob pizza was real. By the way,
corn on. Okay,
corn on the cob
What?
pizza.
we're
What?
not.
I saw an ad. I think it was Little Caesars. But I sent it
Yeah.
to Kev.
Wow.
It was like
What?
they made a pizza where the crust is corn on the cob.
Why? Why America?
I
That's
thought
the
it was
first-
like maybe a pre-April Fool's joke. But I
Wait,
think
the-
it might have been real.
The crust is corn on the cob? I get it.
You
Of
Dude.
course you do.
I get it.
Of course
How?
you do.
How
The
can?
man who eats chocolate candles.
Oh, next week's gonna be a big week for candles, Ernie.
It is. It is. Okay, do you know that after I've said that, I haven't been able to find the candles or the cross?
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, did I make this blow up or what?
Yeah.
Like, they do exist.
Yeah,
Is it
sure
like
they
I've had
do.
them since I was
trend
a
now?
kid.
Is eating
I guess
candles
so.
for real.
They were eating the Tide Pods before, and now they're eating wax candles.
No, I will. Oh, I will have them by next show. I will.
have them. All right, my pickups really quick. I got this pack of vintage collection Rebel Fleet Trooper Army Builders from
Nice.
E-Collectibles. They were like a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, but a bunch of these showed up from E-Collectibles. So I
Nice.
wanted this for my Tantive diorama and display because you need more than 2 to fight Darth Vader. So this pack comes with 4. Also from them, E-Collectibles, I got a vintage collection Paz Vizsla, which I thought was
Ooh.
on brand for the last few episodes, so he kind of needed it, and now it is importance. The new vintage collection Jedi bike, speeder bike and Scout Trooper, also vintage collection. I have a few of these in Black Series, but this comes with the Trooper too, so super happy to add these to the collection. You can check out E-Collectibles seamless plug and save 5% on your order with code toyingaround. The next one is the epitome of like, I'm not that excited, but if I see it in stores I'll pick it up. It's the Star Wars Black Series Luthen, and the reason I got this was I was really excited about the figure for the client. The face sculpt was really good, and the what's it called, the photo reel that go on for the face sculpts was really good. So I'm like, this has to be, and also possible Jedi. So I wanted to pick this up. This was an in-store pickup at GameStop.
What's the accessory he comes with?
He comes with his
what is
stabby stab stick, the knife that folds into his walking stick.
Yeah,
I think,
okay,
and a blaster.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll probably open this on Thursday, unboxing Thursdays this week with Yoko and the rest of the enablers. Last but not least, from Bitty Pins, this is a Carson Teva.
That's great.
It's from the series called Fly Boys. There's some of the other X-Wing pilots. I'm assuming it's like Biggs and Wedge Antilles, all the other ones in the set. This is a really nice pin.
It's a good size.
There's also these ones here. I'm gonna need you to send us a ping. Oh, that's perfect.
Very cool.
You can wear that together, or it's a trap. You can put
It's
that
a
if there's a Dr. Pershing pin in the future. Yes, and of course, Akbar. But yeah, this is the account. Bitty Pins from right here in Canada.
Nice. Ooh, double pin. I like that even better.
Secure from Cat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cat. Let's see. Return of the Jedi is the best Star Wars movie ever. Okay, if that's your favorite, that's cool. Aside from Cassian, the Andor figures look amazing. I got the vintage collection one, Micro Galaxy Squadron. That's cool. What do you guys think of the new windowless packaging for Black Series? Oh, it's even better when it's the publishing series and you open the book to see another photo, right, Yoko?
I've yet to see one and I still can't believe it.
Bitter Troll says, I got that pin. Awesome. Corn cob crust was used to promote the return of the pretzel crust. I don't even know what that, like Return of the Jedi, but it's a pretzel crust.
There's pretzel crust now too. What am I missing out on?
I don't
Jeez.
know. All right.
I
heart
don't think you're
attack,
missing
most
out on
likely.
much.
No.
A heart attack, most likely. Maybe type
Yeah, or that. Yeah, which is okay.
Okay. Good.
All right. I'm just setting up the screenshots. We are now going to, this is the portion where we're going to go talk about some shows. I wasn't ready yet. If you haven't seen The Bad Batch or Boba Squadron, The Mandalorian, cover your ears, or you could have used the last 45 minutes to watch a couple episodes. You could have watched The Mando and you didn't need to watch Bad Batch. I'm kidding. You could have. But, just a warning that spoilers are incoming. We might jump to the end of the episode near the beginning. There are no rules. There's no rules out here. It's the Wild West.
Wait, I'm such a liar. I have 2 other cool pickups.
Okay, let me take this
Let
chance
me
to
just
call
show them
Yoko
really quick. Just really
liar.
quick.
Here we go.
Did they just
Hold
come
on.
out of nowhere?
I forgot. I have
What
the
kind of
Boba
Amazon
Squadron
service do you have?
doll.
Oh wow!
Can
look at
Phases
kidding
into
me?
your room.
Nice.
Like, look at her. Like, I think she
Mhm.
looks really nice.
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know?
I was very close to grabbing it.
I put it in my enablers pile, so I forgot about it.
Oh.
And then this one I will unbox on Enablers.
Aha!
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
So
Oh, that's a
sorry, I
good
forgot about
size.
you, buddy. Too shiny. There we go. So
This is how you
Nice.
treat
tune in
your,
Thursday.
your buddy.
I will
your
unbox
droid?
him.
Did you get batteries? Don't forget batteries.
Oh, do I need him?
I think so for the remote control, right?
Okay.
Because I want to see that thing work.
Yeah. So there we go. I had stuff. I forgot.
And
That
then
was
you're like,
new stuff.
Yeah.
you kept asking Ernie if he has more stuff, and you're rubbing in his face, and the whole time you didn't click. You're like, do I have more stuff?
I'm like, it's right here next to me too.
Hmm. Fascinating. Fascinating.
I just remembered.
That's so cool.
Oh my goodness. Doom Card with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Says happy birthday. Thank you. Thanks for all the contents.
What are you up to now, Kev? Let's give Kevin that hot toy. Woo!
Which hot I kind of want to
I don't know.
I'm waiting for like a I don't know what I'm waiting for. Hot toys. It's just, I don't it has to be a character that really really jumps out at me that I must have. For me to get the hot toy. Oh, one more thing before we move on from the toys. Last week, Hasbro, in their Mando Mania program, they revealed a upcoming Black Series Pike Soldier army builder, which I think looks pretty decent. And the best part was Fabster commented, he's like, oh, I need to get one to put next to my Hasbro selfie series. Remember, our friend Fabster was in the Book of Boba Fett with these guys too. There's some Mandalorian themed soap.
I also think
And-
those Star Wars soaps are available at Walmart now as well.
Nice. Yeah. And a Grogu of some sort. Porcelain sculpture Grogu. I really want a 1-to-1 scale. Oh, should that be the hot toys I'm saving for?
Yes,
Ooh.
Wow, that was fast.
100%.
It's
I got
like
the
a game
game-
show. Paul
I have the
answered so
Sideshow
fast.
Collectibles version and the
Mhm.
Hot Toys one, and they're both great. But the Hot Toys one, just because it is got a soft sculpt, and you can open and close the mouth, and you see his little teeth, and you can change his ear, swap his ears out.
You want to see his teeth?
Yeah, they're actually really cute.
Oh, okay.
When he's got his,
Oh,
because he's
nice.
like kind of like smiling, happy when he does that. It's
He's
cute.
like, what?
It really is cute. So it's just like, yeah. You see the little needle teeth that he has. It's pretty neat. Anyways,
Oh,
I like it a
I
lot.
know.
And if you're looking for a hot toy, that's a great 1-to-1 scale that you can get. His little tunic isn't quite screen accurate. Like that's where the Sideshow Collectible one is way closer, but it's still great. And you can pose the arms and have him
Paul,
sit
you're-
down and stand up. So
have them watch your reviews. You're giving away all your. Watch the review on Bitter Asian Dude Inc. YouTube channel. I was trying to win one at the Bad Bash.
yes, that's right. You didn't buy enough tickets.
No, I didn't. My arms weren't long enough, but it would be cool to have it 1-to-1 scale for cosplay, right? You can
Yeah.
carry it along with you in your satchel, and because I want to be a scout trooper and kind of punch it in the bag as
Whoa.
cosplay.
All right.
So you were all
Why?
expecting Mandalorian. No,
Yeah.
just for the sake of surprise. Oh my goodness, Bitter Troll. This is very nice of you. Thank you so much, Bitter Troll. Thank you for the super chat. Says happy birthday. Please use this to buy yourself something. We're gonna get lights for the channel or a 1-to-1 scale Grogu.
Go for the Grogu.
Do you think they're gonna make mithril armor for him later, and a rondelle, or I could 3D print one?
I was gonna say, I think you could do
A
that
little
yourself, right?
Mhm.
Throw it in there.
Or I could just make my own 3D printed mithril, but like just a dicky, and it just goes over the front. It doesn't have to be the whole armor. It's just a dicky to go under his robes.
Yeah.
I think I could just do that. Aiden Skate, thank you, my friend, for the super chat. Ernie, did I miss something?
Yeah, I have to know something. What's a Dickie? Because I only know
It's
Dickies
not like
here
Dickies,
is
the
brand.
not that brand of
Oh.
clothing. A
I
Dickie
was like,
is
dang, you're turning
I
him to
think they
Cholo
call
Grogu?
him- I think they call him Dickies in the U.S. also. What Kev's
Yeah.
talking about?
I
It's
only
like
know
a-
one Dickies.
Yeah,
like a fake turtleneck.
yeah.
You
It's
know,
not like a
two
full
Dickies.
It's something that you can wear underneath
Yeah.
a jacket, so it's not like
Like
so
the
it's
one
just
looks like
cousin,
you have a
like the
collar?
one cousin
Yeah.
Eddie wears in Christmas
Yeah.
Vacation.
that's exactly it.
Did not
You
know
can
that
see
was
it
a
through his
dickie.
yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly.
I loved
what
when
it
he
is.
asked, and then you said yes, and then it clicked, and he was like, "Ha!" And then he laughed.
That's exactly it. That's exactly what it is.
Perfect. It was perfect. All right.
cool.
So
Thanks.
there's some people in the chat who also don't know what a dickie is and was
See?
wondering why am I making a dickie under his robes? That's what I'm talking about. Guys
See, and I thought Dickie's
girls.
jacket. I was like, I thought you were turning into Cholo Grogu. I was like, oh, that's dope. You're gonna get a big socks,
The khakis
big
with the
socks. Yes. I'm like, I could send you some shorts, no problem.
we have Mark's work. We have those warehouse stores in Canada. They have those. But
All
hey, Aiden Skate, thank you so much for the super chat. We have Mark's work warehouse and racist in Canada. Last one,
another one.
Kuya Kicks, Francisco, man. This is everyone. This is unbelievably generous of all of you. Thank you so much. Money is for Star Wars: The Black Series Captain Carson Teva when, not if, it's released. That or more Popeyes chicken sandwiches. Oh my gosh! So I got moved around at the toy show, and I happened to sit with Kuya Kicks right here, and Drew, and he found an Uber Eats deal 2-for-1 Popeyes chicken sandwiches, and absolutely saved the day. Clutch at the toy show. Thank you so much. The next show, I'll order.
Are the strawberry biscuits at Popeyes in this too, or are those real?
Strawberry biscuits? What?
Yeah, I saw that pop up on Instagram, and that sounded really good to me.
Off this one show, I have such a list going now. Jeez.
Yoko
What
just
date
has
did you
all
see
the-
that strawberry biscuit?
What?
What date did you see the strawberry biscuit on social media? Because I know there was a bunch of joke stuff that went on
Yeah.
April 1st.
But some of it was real though, like the breakfast cup noodles. That was real.
Wow.
Was
Some
that
of it was
really?
real.
Breakfast
Did
cup
you
noodle.
see that one? It's like
Yes,
it was
I
like
did.
pancakes and
Why
yeah,
would
that
you
was real.
just Google Dickie?
Because you said
Oh,
it. That's
yeah.
why I asked. Because I didn't want to do it.
Oh my goodness, bitter troll. That made my night. Sergeant Curtis Schultz is here from Detroit. Welcome to the show. Mithril Dickey, my favorite Lord of the Rings character. I will not be Googling that, says Micro Galaxy Squadron, smart man. Patty says we need Carson Teva at Hasbro Pulse. I hope they're in the chat and they see this. But I have, thanks to Kuya Kicks, I got my funds ready for it.
It's real,
So-
Yoko.
I'll be ordering
It's
several.
real?
Yes.
The strawberry biscuit is real?
Yes, from Popeyes.
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't really
Popeyes
do me
US.
much good because I don't have a Popeyes near me at all, but it sounds good. Someone should enjoy that for me. No? Okay.
I'm ready to
whatever.
I've never been to Popeyes, so
Oh.
Wait, what?
but maybe I
That
should.
surprises me.
I've never been to Popeyes.
Are there no Popeyes in SoCal?
There is, but I've
Oh,
never been to
You just
Popeyes.
haven't been? Huh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Paul's pissed at you. He's like, what? This guy's never been to...
He's outraged.
he's out.
Yeah.
Not
I've
just
never been to
outraged, he's just out.
I swear.
He's just
Is
out.
this something I'm supposed to go to? I should be going to Popeyes.
Yeah.
For the record, the heads were made by Customs by Machu. It is not the same person as Machu Toys, although
two
I have
different
never
ones.
seen them in the same room together. But I do know for a fact it's two different Instagram accounts. Now, whether they're two different people, it's the Batman Bruce Wayne thing all over again.
Well,
So-
it's West Coast Machu and East Coast Machu.
Oh, is it a gang thing?
Yeah.
Who's West Coast?
Customs.
Customs by Machu.
Customs?
Yeah.
He's in
He's in my
Did you just-
Canada.
flash your gang sign behind his sticker.
I was letting them know West Side. West Side Customs by Matthew. So they know what's up.
Yes, good. That's who made the heads and printed and painted them. Sergeant Curtis Schultz, thank you so much for becoming a channel member here on the channel. For those who are new here, don't know what a channel member is, it's just a way for you to support the channel. You can unlock some of the emojis that we have in the chat and use them, and at different tiers you get access to different content. Sometimes there's early content, sometimes there's channel member exclusive content, and of course you do have an option to gift a membership to other people who are watching. So thank you so much, Sergeant
And I thank you for that.
Curtis Schultz. Ernie, come on, dude. How many times has it been?
I think I'm on 4.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I swear. I think I'm on 4.
From here or overall across the toy YouTube?
From just here. I've never won somewhere else.
Yes, you have.
Here. I did? Who?
You won in my stream. Over
I
on
thought they bought
Twitch.
it for me.
Well, no. I think it was a random one.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Real.
my bad. I thought I they got it for me.
And then you won in Toymigos, didn't you?
No, Corinne's a member. I'm not. Corinne
You went
is a
somewhere
member.
else, though. I'm pretty sure.
Corinne was
I
a member
did?
here before you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. She still is.
Because
She's
there
a
was
member
that one
as well.
week you won 3 memberships, and one was here, one was on mine, and one was somewhere else.
I don't
I'm
remember
pretty
the other
sure it
one.
was Toymigos.
3 in
I'm
a
waiting-
week?
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for Chamba to chime in.
I'm pretty sure it was
Talk
Toymigos.
to your man here.
Was
please.
it?
This
Oh,
is
my bad.
outrageous. This is outrageous. Hey, we have Norrin Radicals in the chat. Thank you so much. Before we get started, just to let you know, we're going to talk about the show. So spoilers ahead. And don't forget, Boba Squadron will be back next week. This Thursday is Unboxing Thursdays. I'm going to sit down, open some of these collectibles that I showed you tonight, but with the enablers, Yoko, 796 Studios, High School Creations, Kyle Wadaga, Prime to the First, Pen Fred Nudo, Ryan Ting, gonna go hang out and open some toys. So if that's your thing, if you're into that, I hope you're subscribed to the channel, please. That would be awesome. The goal is to hit 5,000 subs this week or this year. That would be great. And thank you for supporting the content, everybody.
Did
What
you
happened
see
now?
the comments? I just got a membership.
Oh my god. Wingerless.
Thanks, Wing or Lose.
Wait, did you make a new account?
No, I did not make a new account and says it on there. I just got an alert through the phone, so then I looked at the comments. And it says,
No, is this a joke? No freaking
No.
way. Wing or Lose, why? Thank you for the gifteds, but
It's your
why
birthday.
Ernie? Thank you. No, not why did he do it, but like why Ernie?
yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Why me all the
Dude,
time?
thank you so
If I could
much.
win stuff like that in real life, I'd be set.
Did I just show double screen?
You are.
Oh,
Oh.
Yar.
I didn't even realize that.
You thought you were looking at you thought you were watching the stream?
I did.
Oh my
Sorry,
god.
Bad Wolf.
Uh,
Sorry.
Ring or Lose, 10 gifted memberships in the chat. That is huge. Thank you so much, everyone. If you got one, thank Wing or Lose. And if you're in Canada, you're a toy collector, make sure you're following Wing or Lose for all the toy updates on his Instagram page. An absolute must to follow if you're collecting here in Canada. All right, Bad Batch finale. Let's get to it. We're 1 hour and that's good. Wrapped up the hellos and the toys and everything. And spoiler warning for all of you. So last week, after receiving Crosshair's message and warning about Hemlock, the team kind of putting on a plan. They've met up with, I mixed this up again, Echo, and they've come up with a plan to locate Hemlock and from there Crosshair as well. They have to track him at the summit and plant a homing beacon on his ship. Now, these are the broad strokes of the episode. So if you have anything to add, Kat, please feel free to write them in the chat if I missed anything. Politely, Kat. And, anyone else, Boba Squadron, if there's something you want to bring up, or Kat, that you can just write it in there if I'm passed over anything. Oh my god, that's the wrong way. Nobody saw that.
I saw it.
You gotta go. I had to go left, not right. It's like the first step, and I already messed it up. Hey, what's up, Plasty? Hey, everyone! Look, Plasty's in the chat. Forget what you just saw. Plasty's here. Thank you, my friend. Captain Butter
God.
sounds better than Carson Teva. Captain Carson. We're both captains, Paul. I'm the captain of Butter. So that's my science folder. It wasn't even that kind of science folder. Anyway, I like this quote from Tech. You see, every time I pause before I have to pick a name, it's because I'm trying to remember which one is Tech and which one is Echo. I think this was a really interesting because we talked about this before. Whatever problems they had, however many times Crosshairs tried to kill them, they still want to rescue him, and he's the one that says it. Like, he's still our brother. I think Paul, you mentioned that last week, right? About Crosshair and
Yes.
the rest of the team.
Yes. It's the fact it doesn't matter what he's done to them. I mean, they still consider him a brother, right? And that's true family. You through thick and thin, and it's if there's a chance that he's seen the light and he needs the help, they're willing to go out and do it. And Kat brings up a good point here. And the irony of the situation is the fact that Tech is the one who also insists that they go.
We don't have to jump ahead.
It's right here.
Oh,
it's in that screen cap
because you're saying it's ironic
right here. Yeah, but he's the one. He's insisting that they go to help Crosshair. He is still our brother, right? Like, he's the one who's adding his voice to the chorus of "Let's go." And so, I think we all know what happens. We've all seen it. If you haven't seen it,
I'm cool with
not
jumping ahead.
Spoiling it for you. Well, I don't think we're jumping ahead, but we need to reference what's going to happen in the future of this episode because we've all seen it. So I'm just bringing up the point that it's irony of ironies. It's Tech who shows the most heart in the scene to say he is still our brother. We still need to try to save him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and also I don't know if I said hello earlier, but what's up, Luis? Glad you could make it. I know it's morning time where you are. Thank you for tuning in. I think I had a conversation with Kat about this scene where Fee. I think we were kind of guessing that there was something going on with Fee and Tech here. God, I really suck at that, remembering his name. And he's just oblivious throughout this whole conversation. I think it was hilarious because she's waiting there like, oh, so you were just going to leave without saying goodbye? And he goes, yep. And there's this long pause and he goes, did you require a briefing? That is the best. I think I'm going to try to use that at work as often as I can. Did you require a briefing? Tech, thank you. Tech Kevin is my new name.
Yeah, he has like no clue, and she was trying to say goodbye, and it was at this point is where I felt strange about the episode because I was like, oh no. So yeah, the whole
like, don't go running off with other pirates, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and he's like, why would I see any pirates on this mission?
Mm-hmm. I fully think they did have a thing, and like I think he knows it, but he doesn't know like that side of it, right? Like the say goodbye or the other part, like maybe they were learning, he was learning, but I do kind of think
like the relationship part.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because he's so just monotone and just so about it. Like, I'm just coming back. Like, of course. And I'll sit next to you at dinner again,
Yeah. And the other irony is the fact that he's pretty much sealing his own doom. I mean, trope wise, he's done. Like, I was like, oh, he's dead. He's dead.
I said it too.
It's like he's the only one coming back for something.
He's a
Someone's
goner.
gonna actually totally miss him outside of that group. Fee, that look she gives him, right? That sad sort of like, I understand. You're just like this. We'll talk about this later. And I'm like, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's so dead. So
I felt the same way.
Well, I think now that we're saying it out loud, we should just skip to that part of the episode and wrap up this. Okay, when is your theory coming in? Just so you don't forget.
All
right, you had your chance. So what is it?
When he dies? I don't know.
Oh, all right. Let me skip ahead. I pressed left now. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up on Facebook. Whoever did that, appreciate you. So they have to break into the summit where geez, my brain is just going to something. Poison plant guy is
Hemlock.
meeting. Hemlock is meeting with. It is the age. My goodness, it's showing right now. Meeting with Governor Tarkin and some other governors that we will talk about. So they have to ride on this kind of monorail train to sneak into the compound. I love the part with Wrecker. He's like, I'm good. And then why would you look down, Wrecker? That was just bad news bears for yourself. I think if you have this whole team, this is a really cool shot if you wanted to recreate it for toy photography. Just have them hanging on the side of any sort of machine. You could recreate this. It'd be a lot of fun. Hemlock. Thank you, Kat.
I love how there was no again about Omega, how she just was joined in, like there was no you wait here, you know nothing. Like it's scary, right? I mean, it's huge. She even says it, we're gonna do that, and without even hesitation, they all shot their harpoons and went. And I thought that was cool too.
See, it was a good shot. Thank you, Star Wars Reporter.com. All right, so the meeting here with Poison Plant Doctor and Governor Tarkin. There's other governors there. Is this one Yularen?
No, it's Hearst. What's his name? Barton Coburn. Barton Coburn.
That's the character name?
That's a character name.
Mhm.
He
Okay.
served. He was in the Clone Wars episode where they had to rescue Wilf Tarkin when he got kidnapped or when he got taken prisoner. He was one of the admirals that was there to help the clones try to rescue him, basically. So this is a continuation of a character that and that's why he's sort of speaking up for the clones when he says, I served with the clones.
Right.
It's like, should we be turning our backs on them? And then Tarkin was like, well, I served with them too, and I didn't trust them because they were being too individualistic. So
learning from the Jedi that they were serving with.
So there's that. So there's a bit of continuity happening there, although he was never live action per se, I don't think.
Right.
Whereas the other guy was the Baldy right there. Yeah.
But yeah, here Hemlock is just straight up saying, like, we shouldn't decommission these clones. I'll just straight up experiment on them, and further showing the cruel side of the Empire. They're like, well, the clones have signed off to this. Paul calls this guy Baldy. He's like, they've signed off.
That's Hearst Ramodi.
And
he was actually a live character in A New Hope, and he was
Nice.
I believe he was also in Rogue One. So he was like, so this is the first animated time we've seen him animated. So it's the reverse, where he started off in A New Hope, had another actor portray him in Rogue One, and now he's got an animated version, much like the other dude at the other end of the table.
Yeah, I'm going to get to the other side of the table, but I don't want to skip Tommy's awesome comment. Says that meeting could have been an email. It's true. In the age of working from home, they didn't need to be there. Now they're being susceptible to attacks. So could have been an email.
Operational security, Tommy.
I just use Zoom with the
top secret.
Just use StreamYard like we're doing. And we'll
So you know what I miss about
the invite
collecting?
link.
And I want to know, Paul, if you felt this too, because you used to collect the old stuff like I did. So back in 3 3/4 days, Power of the Force, and then we moved on to the different labeling and everything. This set would have been sold.
Oh,
the whole table, like two sides. You
Yeah.
get one half and one half with the hologram, and that's all I saw here was we would have had that toy. Like I know we would have, from the Jedi Council to they even had the meeting room where Vader went and killed everybody. They even had that table that they sold on Geonosa. But this, I'm just looking at it and I'm like, this would have been a set.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have had this.
Yeah.
Did you just pronounce Geonosis without the last S? Just Geonosa?
Did
I
I?
said Geonosa.
Oh.
I wasn't
Is
gonna
it-
say nothing, but
No, I liked it. It sounds like it's in Italy or something. Geonosa. I love it. Hey, Richie, what's going on? Richie says, happy birthday. Thank you so much. Richie, I just got another box of Pokemon boosters from my brother-in-law as a gift just now, tonight. It's awesome. We're going to have more cards to open, dude. But thank you for tuning in. Bitter Troll says, no bulldogs in space. They have no Zoom either for video calling. Okay, guess you had to go in person. Commander Green says, this is why I love the clones so much. They built up so much character in all of them, and it hurts so much to lose them now. Exactly. They made them more than just the way the Empire sees them as assets, as property. individual beings with different characteristics and personalities. Just kind of like how they built up Tech for this episode. You don't want to love him some more. And then, well, you know what happens to him. The other person onto the table, that's weird. Director Krennic. And they have a nice little, would you call this Easter egg callback?
Yes. Well, he's Commander Krennic.
He's
I
not
believe,
the
at this
director yet?
He's not director yet. This is, remember, this is pre all this stuff, right? The Death Star hasn't been built yet. It's nothing but a fart in a mist right now. So they're just planning on building it up there. So he's still Commander Krennic. And I'm sure at this point, too, you could speculate that Galen Erso is still working with him in the research department.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right?
They brought up the code name, right?
That's right. Stardust.
Project Stardust.
Yeah.
That's why he said fart in a mist,
Fart in a mist.
because it's Stardust.
That's
There you go.
Stardust. My bad. I didn't know that was the meaning.
I thought that's why, Paul. So Paul, like you said, this is also the first time for him to go from live action to animated,
To an animated form.
but he didn't have any lines this episode, right?
Oh, no, he did.
Did
He
he
had a
say?
couple lines. Yes, he was voiced. He was being voiced.
Yeah.
And it was actually Ben Mendelsohn who's listed in the credits
really.
as voicing him. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How's that? Take
Wow.
that.
You watched till the credits?
What? No, I have the IMDb page open here.
Oh, okay.
I did my homework.
Cat's gonna be so mad.
Also, Hurst Ramodi, the actor who played Hurst Ramodi, is a gentleman by the name of Andy de la Tour, and he was actually the physical actor for the character in Rogue One. So there you go. How's
Oh,
that?
nice.
Huh?
This is why you're a integral part of the show.
I like it.
That and all the other Star Wars knowledge and being on the show. Hey, Matthew Toy, what's going on? Matthew Toy, not to be confused with Customs by Matthew, but go check out the Between Two Sentinels podcast with Matthew Toy and Jay Shot.
East Coast.
East Coast Matthew.
Okay.
Thank you for the Ernie's he's looking at his hand. East Coast. He has it written.
I
It's like
know
the
which
Simpsons.
one it is.
Simpsons when Homer has like Lenny equals white and Carl equals black on his hands. Matthew Toy equals East. Thank you for the super chat and birthday wishes. Hope this can get you a coffee or soju. Absolutely, it will. More than enough, and definitely some soju. If you're having some tonight, cheers to you. Yoko, let me know when you don't want to wait and crack open the soju.
Oh, I mean, I finished my boba, so
Oh, I thought you were going to say you finished your soju already.
I did too.
Oh no.
To be honest, I finished
All right.
my soju. Why do
All
you
right,
think
here
I'm
we
so
go.
quiet? I'm writing in my journal.
What? Here we go. All right, I'm opening my soju. Paul, do you have one also?
Yes, downstairs. Although I did finish the one that you brought yesterday.
Nice. Thank you. Do we need a refill?
Yeah,
Restock?
give me a second. I can go get it. I'll go get it. You just talk. I'll be back in
Okay.
a second.
We will talk.
All right. Cool.
I feel like I
Talk
need a
amongst
soju
yourselves.
fridge in here.
A soju fridge?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I think they just call it a fridge, and then you can fill it with soju. So
Thank you for Kevsplaining.
I'm
like a
gonna
specific-
need-
soju size rack inside.
I just meant a fridge dedicated to soju.
You should. It'd be a good streaming thing to have.
Because
And
like
you'll never
I
have
have
to
to
leave.
I have to go downstairs and sometimes that gets dangerous.
Oh, without
I have been known to fall downstairs.
Oh, at my house, the
Oh.
endless stairs that Mike called it.
Well, also at my own house though, but that was because Larry tripped me
Well,
and I broke my toe a week before Comic-Con.
Ooh,
yes,
Yeah.
I
Ooh.
recall.
that is horrible.
Yeah, that was last
Hasn't-
year.
Hasn't Marvel taught us to always wait until after the credits? I watched the credits for Mandalorian because I like the artwork,
Mm-hmm.
the concept style artwork. Jason says, "Do you think they used previously recorded materials for Ben Mendelsohn?" I don't know. Maybe. To be honest, I don't even remember him speaking, and I watched this twice. But somebody, do you remember the lines, Ernie or Paul? What he said?
Paul
No,
Sunday.
I can look it up, though, but
Yoko,
You mixed up me and Paul.
I instantly aged like 20 years today. I don't know what happened.
I know.
I don't know what happened.
You mixed up
it was the
me.
celebrity part, Yoko.
Paul,
That's what it
yeah.
was.
Me
Yeah.
brain
Huh.
no good.
Interesting.
Oh,
I'll find out. But I think that he had real lines. I don't think they would have gave him credit if it was just recorded.
Did you just
Oh.
ask me a question?
No, he won't.
No?
He called it.
Why would I? You weren't even here.
Oh.
Anna was watching downstairs and I could hear, and then she burst out laughing. You're busted, buddy. Busted.
Why would I ask you a question? You weren't even on the screen. That would be ridiculous. Like something a senile old man would do.
Okay, so what did you ask?
I don't know. Oh,
No, he
Jason
was
was
talking to
asking.
me,
Uh-huh.
but then he called me Paul. But you actually might have known the answer. You were asking what he
Krennic's
said,
lines
right?
were.
Yeah.
Because Jason was saying, do you think they used previously recorded material for Krennic?
I think it would have been just easier to just get him to come in. So he wasn't. I mean, it wasn't much, but he was just. He had a few lines in it, nothing of consequence, really. But
Like he
I
could've
mean,
stood
to be
over
able
the
to have
phone.
to write a script around picking up a line of dialogue from another movie, it's a little bit too much work. It's probably easy for the writers to get that and to bring him in, and that's a nice Easter egg. You know, it's a little bit of cash for him. It's a nice Easter egg for the fans, stuff like that. So
Okay. All right. So you're back.
yes,
Thank
no
you.
soju, but I did get my whiskey.
Oh, thank you for hanging out tonight, Yoko and Paul. I'm looking at the right faces, and Ernie, of course. Everyone in the chat. I'm glad to hang out today with all of you. You're awesome.
Happy birthday!
Happy
guys.
90th
Congrats,
birthday.
Paul.
Congrats,
Thanks for
Paul.
existing, Ernie.
Happy birthday! Congrats, and Yoko, congrats to you too.
Yes, first day on the new job.
Yes, for your first day. Congrats.
Oh,
Congrats,
thanks.
Yoko. Happy birthday, Jason, who's also watching. Hey, Gary's here.
Hey.
What's up, Gary?
Yeah, congrats to everybody in the chat. Yeah,
Yeah. Congrats to Ernie for winning another membership. My God, the luck.
I wasn't even on.
He wasn't even talking.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Cheers, everybody. Thank you, Melissa K. Thank you so much. This part. What did you guys think was going on this part? They started noticing this security cameras have cycled deactivations in some of the quarters. I thought a trap was being set for them. What about you, Ernie?
Yep, that was the same. And now, because I heard that, and I'm like, okay, we had her say that, and now he points this out. I'm like, are we really just getting the end of the Bad Batch? Like, is this is it? Because I was on the same thing, that this was a trap, because he really just pointed it out, right? I mean, oh, look, another one is down. And I thought it was a big setup.
I thought so too. Paul, can you give us it's a trap.
It's a trap!
Wait, what do I have here? My button says trap too. Oh, it's a trap horn, not it's a trap. Interesting. Good to know for the future.
didn't hear Kev's.
You need to turn up the volume, like the slider on that one. Then
Forget it. Yeah, Yoko.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yours is perfect. We'll just use Paul's from now on. It's less effective when I have to poke and prod him to choose the one that I am thinking of. But yeah, I thought like they were getting.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I trust you. For the chat who thinks Paul's not up to it, one time we had a group chat, and in the group chat for 2 weeks he didn't speak to us. He just replied with Appa gifts from Kim's Convenience and carried on a conversation.
You know, sometimes I amaze even myself.
So, was it infuriating? Yes. Do we get a taste of what infuriating but also impressive? Because I'd be trying to actively guide the conversation, somewhere specific, and you still found an answer for it. So in that sense, it was both infuriating and impressive, Paul.
Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly.
That one's for Ernie, for the prospect.
I would like to see the baby.
That's me.
All right, so I almost said Yoko, but Omega plants the tracker on Hemlock's ship, and Wrecker steps on a Mouser droid. I feel like someone would have wanted this screenshot. Hey, J-Shot, what's going on? Paul has become Bumblebee.
Wait, is that a Transformers joke? And does Kev understand
And
it?
I watched like a Transformer movie.
Oh, you did?
Doesn't he just talk in radio songs?
Yes.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Wow. Good job.
My goodness. I'm so glad you can't bring that out with you, Paul. But okay, so the reason that there are those deactivated security cameras, they find a thermal detonator placed. There are several, I think, in the facility, and the captions kind of spoiled it for this because it showed me the person who was speaking was Saw Gerrera before they even revealed the character on screen. But
Oh my gosh, I forgot about this whole part.
that's okay. Saw is here on a mission to
Sorry, Kat.
from Rebels and Clone Wars, Saw Gerrera, and of course Andor, older Saw Gerrera, but they're
Rogue
here
One.
and Rogue One, yes, of course. There's an opportunity to take out a whole bunch of high-ranking officials, so that's why they're here to blow up the base. But the clones are appealing to him to not do it because they're trying to track their way back to Crosshair, and it's that age-old argument with Saw Gerrera. It's like, we're trying to fight an entire empire. Are we going to jeopardize the mission for one person? Hi, Larry, or
Lucy.
or Lucy. Oh, time's up.
And that's the episode.
That's what Lucy came in here to tell us.
It's like, hey, dummy, it's been 7 minutes. I mean,
Get to the Mandalorian.
you promised the 16 minutes ago. Hey, Alexander, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. All right, so the Bad Batch get away on the rail car, and Saw blows up the base.
Something,
this
something, something. End of episode.
Yada yada yada.
Now, Kat's losing her mind. What? You just skipped over the biggest part.
See, I mathed. I said 16 minutes. This should have been done 16 minutes ago. Plastic Boy Wonder. Oh my goodness, Jay. Thank you. You didn't. Are my sounds not playing?
Nice.
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I thought I was playing this whole time.
No.
They were earlier, weren't they? Or
No.
were they not?
No.
No, I couldn't hear
Oh.
him either.
Oh, damn. Thank you so much. Bubble tea on you, tapioca included. Popping boba is the best.
Like on him?
Thank you, Yo.
Roger.
Yeah, please clarify. Please clarify if you want me to save them and pour them on you. I highly doubt that one.
Could go either way.
Yeah, that's a good gift.
Thank you so
Wow.
much. It's a gift for me and him.
Yeah, it's a gift that keeps on giving.
All right, so this brings us to the second half. Whew. So they're stuck in the tracks, and Tech has to get out and manually turn the power back on because due to the explosion, the monorail. Well, there's two rails here. The power has shut off. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Kat says, Paul, I'm going to have words for you when we find...
I got a bad feeling about this.
And to build on the pressure and suspense, they've launched ships to blow them out of the sky. And am I going too fast? This is basically what happens, right? The train becomes detached, and Tech, who is trying to get back on, he's hanging from his cable there. That's crazy to see these dead bodies in the way.
Oh, wow. Nice detail. I never noticed that.
Inside the rail car while he's looking through. You can see it when Wrecker's looking down too. So they have this moment. He's hanging there. I thought maybe someone could like hang a cable on the outside and then swing down, but there are rail cars on either side with like squadrons of stormtroopers shooting at them. So it's they're really kind of trapped inside. And even as Wrecker,
still the ones flying.
Yeah, and the ships are coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And as Paul as Paul. What the hell? Paul's not in this episode. As Wrecker leans forward. Jeez, what is going on? Happy 75th, Kevin.
Man,
Yoko,
you're
you
having a
joking?
real Ernie moment tonight. Jeez.
Yoko, just signal like this if you're choking.
No, you've gotten more names wrong than right tonight. Just in
I mean, they're
general.
real names if that counts. I just are using them on the
I don't know
wrong
if it's better
person.
or worse.
It's better. All right. So as Wrecker, not Paul, leans forward to try and help rescue him, it shifts the weight, and Tech knows what he has to do to sacrifice himself to save everybody, including Omega, on the team. This was the hardest thing to see, because he just pulled the blaster out and he just shot the cable.
Well, he had a last quote too,
What was the quote, Ernie?
and that was amazing because Wrecker's yelling at him, "Come on, come up here! You know you can do this. You know what you have to do." And then he says, "Plan 99," and then he says, "When have we ever followed orders?"
Yeah.
And then blasted it, and I was like, "Dang, yeah, this was just wow! I couldn't believe it. I mean, I did. We all knew it was leading up, but
Can we
like-
believe it? No body, no death. But
That would be my theory.
If you don't
here's
see
one,
it didn't happen.
Are we going
Here's
to
one
pour
for
one out?
Tech.
Pour one out for Tech, though.
Yeah.
dang,
hypothetically?
pouring out for Tech. All right,
pouring out for Tech. Pour some boba out for Plastic Boy Wonder.
man.
Tech.
So what's the theory, Yoko? That he's alive? Or
Yeah, I
more
think
specific?
they'll. I think he's not laying on a table somewhere like Crosshair.
Alfredo says they should have just kicked Omega out to save Tech.
Oh, that's messed up. Ah,
I'm not going to dignify that one with a response.
Oh,
He's been
no.
worried about Omega for a while now.
her would even have been in an accent, right? Oh,
Tech was smart enough to fill his backpack with flubber.
he bounced. I hope that he's not alive.
He might not be the same Tech, when we see him again, but I think he exists.
Is he Snoke?
I
Oh.
don't think he's Snoke.
Oh,
Is Crosshair Snoke? Is Omega Snoke?
Hmm.
All right, let's keep it moving. 7 minutes, well over. I like that they went back to this shot. After Tech sacrifices himself, the monorail car actually gets back on the track, takes them to the station, but it can't slow down, so they crash. And then Omega's in this kind of like foggy state. We saw this in, I think, the finale of previous seasons, right? Where someone was being carried back onto the ship, being rescued, and it gave you this first-person point of view.
with a Hunter.
Was it Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this kind of
After
video
Cad
game.
Bane. Yeah.
Yes, and I thought that was really cool that are they just saving it once per season?
So the only thing I want to say about this is I'm glad they gave Omega a hat, but if she had a helmet, I don't think she would have been as severely concussed. Thus, they would have avoided going back to Ord Mantell. Thus, they would have avoided being sold out by Sid. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's why you need a helmet.
Winger Lou says that train crash, everyone should have died. Well, yeah, it's a cartoon. Anyway, they get back on the ship. The only place that they can go at this moment, somehow they get past all the Imperial ships again, all the Star Destroyers that are in orbit, and the only place that they know of is go back to Ord Mantell. Did you find it strange, anybody? They didn't go back to Pogo?
I was thinking
Yeah.
it was too far
That's
or
what I was
something.
thinking.
Maybe
Yeah.
she needed attention.
From the droid?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. They had to go back to the droid
Um,
specifically to help her, because that's what they said. We need to go back to because that droid was
Daisy.
Dizzy on Camino, right? So
Mhm.
it had medical knowledge that was lacking in Pabu. So
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
We have thank you, single songwriters here says, hello collectors and friends, this is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. Thank you for joining us.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
You got it. You got it. So they get back to Sid's place, and this is the sad moment where Omega wakes up and recalls what happens, and that Tech is gone. And of course, what we're kind of predicting, Hunter proposes that they just move to the island and not do clone-y adventure stuff, and move there with Omega. Moving along, this was also a really sad shot of Echo looking over at the empty seat where he would have sat next to Tech, and then he finds when he's trying to communicate with Hunter and Wrecker that the comms are being jammed. The Imperials are here. Did we all predict Sid was going to turn on them? Or Paul, did you say that's silly, or it's at some point it's going to happen because that's where we are?
No, I think initially, I think initially I was kind of balking about it, but then when they when they severed ties with her and she was threatening them, you knew they were setting it up for an eventual betrayal. I just think the timing before, I don't think she was going to betray them, but this was at this point right here. It was just they needed to set up that story where Omega gets captured, to further the storylines across.
She felt really bad about it, though.
Yeah, she can feel bad. She still did it.
She still took the cash.
If I'm stabbing you and I feel bad about it, but I'm still stabbing you.
I think she kind of regretted it there at the end.
It's like, I'm really sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm like, you're still stabbing me though. Stop. Yes, absolutely. She felt regret, but I think it's is that opening it up for a potential redemption arc for Sid, perhaps?
No.
Who knows?
No, I hope we never see her again.
We
never need to see her again.
There's a redemption arc for Crosshair, is all I'm saying, right?
I didn't want that either.
I would like,
but you got it. So whether you wanted it or not,
I don't want
sometimes
it.
you get it.
I reject it. Not redeemed in my eyes.
Irredeemable. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
If it was going to happen, I thought it would have happened.
You're
here.
gone. There's no way you can be redeemed. You can't.
Sid is beyond redemption. Carl, Anakin killed younglings. Okay.
Anakin was corrupted by the dark side of the Force.
She knows what she's doing. I thought it was going to be in this episode. I thought they were going to come and grab them, and I thought she was going to show up like in the street with a gang, with a crew, and save them basically, and kind of like a ha type moment. But that did not happen.
No, the way she was talking, she doesn't regret it at all. She's just like, it says here, I tried to look out for you boys, but you guys brought too much heat.
Did you look at her at the end? She feels bad about it. She's gonna regret it.
With her pile of cash, she'll be fine in like 2 minutes. She's gonna be fine.
I don't think so.
No redemption.
I don't think so. She's gonna feel bad.
Was this part of Wrecker's armor, or did he have one of those hilarious neck braces?
I thought that was a neck brace. Like they got hurt from the crash.
Yeah, it looks different.
Hunter had something too.
Look at this face. She doesn't regret anything. But yes, the commandos come in and take over the bar. They capture Wrecker, not Paul. And of course, Hunter sends Omega down that secret tunnel that's in Sid's office. And I think this part was funny too when she mentions like, I already lost Tech, and she doesn't follow the orders. Kind of like Tech's last words. She's gonna go back and try to save them, which ultimately didn't really do much. Kind of silly.
Thanks for wasting our sacrifice. That's all I could think of. It's like,
right?
Thanks for wasting our sacrifice. We gave ourselves up so you could get away, and you came back like a dumbass and got caught. Now we're all in a pickle.
You fired 2 bolts that didn't hit anybody.
Oh God,
you're like Legolas, who can't miss. And then when that one orc is trying to storm the storm drain with the bomb, you can't hit it. Like when it means something. But of course, Hemlock shows up. He says he was able to recover Tech's goggles. So he found the body, right? Is it just a pile of goo? Is he alive? Is he being operated on? Yoko, is there another additional theory, or no body, no death?
No, I think we covered it.
I think in the Star Wars universe, death doesn't have the finality it should have. Darth Maul got cut in half, literally. Mm-hmm. He survived, right? Like it's just they bring back characters all the time that should have died. They get modded. They're in back.
I mean, look at Echo, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think that is as final as they make it. I mean, again, this could be another red herring. Oh, look, goggles, right? Exactly. No blood on these goggles. There's no blood on them. But I mean, that's not to say that. And I think you have a point, Yoko, when you said he could come back and he might not be the same guy, right? Like they could have subverted him. They could have twisted his body into what, because they have him now. They could bring him to Mount Tantus and experiment on him and stuff that like they're doing with the other clones.
Yeah.
So I don't think death is final as they make it, but it doesn't mean as well that he's going to come back and everything's going to be hunky dory either.
Right. No, like I think he's going to die for real eventually. I mean, obviously eventually, but like, in a big way, like next season, But I think this is just a trick. This be a trick.
We will find out, hopefully, if they announce a season 3, which has to happen, right?
At Celebration.
It
All the big announcements are having a Celebration. All of it. The timing's perfect, right?
When does that start?
It's this weekend. It's this weekend.
Yeah, it's
so
happening.
it's like
the 5th.
they're going to make the announcement about Bad Batch season 3. I bet they're going to make an announcement about Mando
Ahsoka
season
trailer?
4. Ahsoka. What's
new Axe Wolf toys?
What did it to me?
I love you, man. But yes, of course, not listening to orders, Omega comes back to try and rescue them. I don't know what her plan was, if any.
Yeah, no plan.
Hemlock says, "Come back with us. We just want you to reunite you with Nala Se." Of course, she gets captured. Oh, wrong way again.
Well, she rescued them, right? That's what she wanted. She was willing to give herself up to save them.
Did she rescue them? I thought kind of Tech rescued or Echo rescued them with the walker.
Yeah, but still, she kind of helped.
Is Celebration going to be televised live streamed? They don't
Some
know.
of the panels are
this
live
year,
streamed.
They are not going to be doing a lot of the. That's what I heard, and there's been great
No, I thought I
uproar.
read they are.
Unless they recanted and backtracked because they're saying.
I remember people saying they weren't going to, and then like the next day I saw something saying that they were going to. So I don't know. Maybe it's kind of like corn on the cob pizza. Who knows?
Well, hopefully they do, because I think it's a pity that people who can't make it to Celebration miss out on a lot of these things, right? Because you can live vicariously through that at the very least. And I think it's so easy just to live stream something, really. I mean, we're doing it.
That's the beauty of live stream.
How hard could it be, right?
I'm completely underqualified to do this. What if has anyone ever thought about if Obi-Wan had cut Darth Maul north-south instead of east-west? How much more stupider his future
There would have been
forms?
2 of them then, Kevin.
Oh, that's right. Who's the original?
Half
They're gonna
Maul,
be like
half
two
Maul,
Two-Faces.
right? Exactly. That would have been great. And they could have joined together and split apart.
And shed their robot halves.
Yeah, no, the
Oh,
robot
yes.
halves could have melded into each other, right? He would have been a really wide Maul, but like one.
So Hemlock escapes with Omega as Tech rescues Wrecker and Hunter. See, I get all those names. It was Echo. It's not Tech. Tech's dead. Damn it! As I was saying it, I knew I was wrong. But he brings them back to the lab. This was a really sad shot that they held the empty room, Omega's room on the ship, where she would have been, and all her toys are there.
Can I also remind everyone that she is a child. Of course she's gonna screw up. She's not battle tested and trained for this, She's been doing this for like what, a year?
No excuses, Yoko.
Yeah, if you can zip line onto the side of the train.
You can't have it both ways. You can't treat her like an equal part of the team.
But I'm thinking it's they shouldn't be treating her like an equal part of the team.
Well, they're also not real parents, so they don't know what they're doing either. The clones.
I'm just saying, of course she's gonna screw up. She is not a soldier.
and she never will be with
That doesn't
attitude.
mean I
Good
think
soldiers.
she's like a perfect character and I'm obsessed with Omega. I'm just pointing out the facts that she is a preteen child who's been doing this for maybe not even a year.
A valid point, for sure. Okay, so back.
She's still learning.
Should we go back to this one?
No, I'm just people are just you guys are pissing me off. You guys are all pissing me off.
Who, us?
We do that.
Everyone's pissing me
What
off.
did I do?
We do that. I'll drink. Yoko, cheers. Cheers.
More
This is all in good
soju.
fun. More soju. Is that going to make it worse? Okay, back at the mountain. That was a big swig. Nala Se sees that, Omega is here. And now they kind of have leverage on Nala Se to work on the cloning project. So Hemlock mentions in this episode that the cloning thing is a very important project for Palpatine. And all they need to do is unlock the secrets from the Kaminoans in order to complete this project. So why the hell did they blow Kamino to bits? And then now they need Nala Se to cooperate to figure out this whole project? Or was it just a situation that Rampart was put in where he's like, well, I'm just going to blow him up like Palpatine told me to? Did that make sense to you?
No, because I want to know the end of this story as well too. Right. And then why her? Why does she know it all? I didn't understand that. She's the one to keep. That she knows it all. That they need her for the secret.
Well, she's like the lead scientist, cloner.
I get that, but like you're saying, they destroyed all of Kamino, right? All of the center and everything. Like, I wouldn't put it just all to her that she knew it all.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to know more of this story as well too.
But that kind of makes sense. I mean, I think they can unlock it eventually. It would be much faster with her cooperation, just like with Galen Urso, right? They will unlock it eventually, like in terms of the Death Star stuff. But it's better if they have him because they can go faster. And obviously, if this is of importance, my feeling is they miscalculated. And they got rid of Kamino too early. They thought, oh, this is great. We've got enough information. We don't need them. Cut them loose. And they go, we can't figure this out. How do we? Oh, shit. And so that's why they want her. And she refuses to cooperate. So that's why they're getting Omega to sort of, because that's literally what the mayor, what's his name, Lamassu, was saying. This is how you get her to cooperate. Mm-hmm. Right, you get this one little clone, and by the way, this one clone has all this genetic material that's going to be very useful to you, right? So it's a double-edged thing. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it doesn't make sense that they blew up an entire city, and it's like, oh damn, we needed this information. So,
Cat's saying they destroyed Kamino to be able to control cloning, and they had the lead scientist, but then they're like, oh, she's not cooperating, so. That sucks. We shouldn't have done that. James Howlett says, Yoko, be kind to Kevin. He's an old man. Thank you, I guess. James? No, not really, but thank you for having my back, sort of. Of course, then there's the not so vague threat from Hemlock. If you refuse or fail, Omega will suffer the consequences. They take Omega in to see Emery is this scientist. I loved her because Omega seemed very hesitant to talk to her, and she says, "Ironic, you trust the Kaminoan, but not me." What does that mean? Why does this clone talk like her? Dun, dun, Everyone noticed this whole time because I am your sister. That doesn't have the same effect. But she is a clone, like some people had guessed.
Yes.
Older clone of Omega. So why is she working for them? Did they make her in an attempt to replicate the cloning process? Paul, Yoko, Ernie, what do you think? Chat, let me know.
Well, she could have been she could have been just programmed to be subservient. Like the clones initially were programmed to be just soldiers who would just follow orders without any individuality. So there is that. I mean, she seems younger than the clone soldiers that she's working on.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be that. I mean, that's one possible route, right? That's my speculation.
Yeah. Yo, Nigel's here. What's up? I made it. I made it, and I miss you all. Miss you too, buddy. Great to have you here. Elia Kane, Omega's sister? Is that what's going to happen? Is that her? Where's the timeline? Paul is in the future. The age wouldn't line up, would it? If it was the same
because
character?
the theory is that Omega could be her, right? So if
That's
the
a
assistants-
theory.
Yeah, but that theory is based on math of Omega's age.
Yeah. Because you figure
Whereas
this is
if the sisters have accelerated aging, the assistants have accelerated aging, they're going to be way too old by then.
Too old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is right now, Order 66 is about, what, a year ago?
A year or two?
In the timeline? So you still got like 18, 19 years to A New Hope.
Yeah.
Plus another 4 or 5 years to Return of the Jedi. Plus another 5 years on top of that to get to the Mando universe, plus or minus 2 years. So you're looking at a substantial age jump. And so, yeah, that the assistant would be far too old to be Elia Kane. Omega, the math lines up better. I think it's a stretch still, personally, but the math checks out in terms of if you want her to be Elia Kane, like if you can, that works out in terms of that math, because Omega ages normally, right? Like she's not an accelerated clone like the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember we had said something of hearing her voice and everything. So I heard it and it was like, oh, okay. But then it makes you wonder, though, too, when they say that, right? Because the clones all call themselves brothers, because basically they are. But Omega was supposed to be something special. So is there more female clones? Is she the only one? Meaning like they did it or something? So it really, I like how it just opens it up to all this theory crafting of it, because what does that exactly mean? I'm your sister. Was she made before Omega, and Omega was the perfect one? You know, like there's so much to it, and I thought that was great.
Omega still has they've done something to her too, though. We still don't know.
Correct.
What, right? Because they talked about the 5 modified clones, and she's the 5th. So they could be clones that are unmodified. They could be female clones who have not
trying
been
to get
modified
to the special, right?
Yeah.
Which is Omega. So and how many are there then? And like that, where they say brothers. So do we have sisters out there?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's cool. And I didn't notice. That was a good shot, Kevin, because I didn't notice all of the test tubes in the background during the show. Have those always been there? Did you see that? And there's bodies in them?
Test tubes in the... No, that was this new room, because Crosshair's in there. And
this was a new room?
Presumably other clones are in there. Crosshair's like on a bed, secured in there, right? I don't think we've seen that room in that base before. Before you saw everyone
this was
in
room.
individual cells.
But I thought this was a regular where Crosshairs had been on that table.
I think he was in a special... It's like when you go to the doctor's office, then you got to wait in the waiting room, and then you got to go get in the smaller room. That's where he was before.
Yeah. I didn't notice there were, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't notice there was people inside the tubes.
Do we have any screenshots of that?
So what are they doing? Yeah, watch. It was the ones that he showed of the side view. They're all in the background, and then when she says, "I'm your..."
to Mando, guys.
Oh,
like,
I'm sorry.
Time's up.
When she said, "I'm your sister," it's behind her too. So what are they doing?
Those are the other clones that they're experimenting on, right? It's got to be the other Snokes,
right? That's what I'm trying to say. See, on the left,
enhance.
Yeah.
Omega is Snoke's grandma. Oh no! They are checking Crosshair's finger in the first room.
And then so when she says, "I'm your sister," you can see it again. There's another one behind her. So I never caught that. I was focusing on them. See?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them in this room.
Well, they're just well. Here's the thing, right? They're trying to perfect the cloning technology and they're failing. So those could be like failed clones, like you saw in. They're still screwing it up in Mandalorian.
They're still screwing it up.
They have all the fucked up Snoke things in the tubes, right? So they're still in like 20 years. They still fuck it up. So
that's what I'm saying.
I just totally demonetized your channel.
That's crazy.
This stream, but it's like that's all it is. That's what one whiskey.
That's okay. Just keep the super chats going. It's fine.
Whiskey.
No, I'm kidding. No, man. We're all good. We're all good. Let's see. We're going to we are anxious for Mando because it's funny because by the time we do this on Monday and I've watched it so many times and even more so for this episode, I feel like this is last week's, like the week before, but we haven't talked about this yet. So I'm excited for chapter 21 of The Mandalorian coming up soon. Anyone need an intermission? Pee break?
I gotta refresh my drink.
Okay, yes. He said right at the pee break part. Go ahead. I'll be here. I'm going to catch up with the chat really quickly.
All right. I'm back.
Let's see. The last thing I saw is Omega is Snoke's grandma. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you. We have like 100-something people watching tonight. I appreciate you all. This is a lot of fun, especially with the soju, and I appreciate everyone here celebrating with me. It means a lot. It means a lot when I'm getting literally aging on screen, my brain falling apart. And you were all witnessing it. That did you do that by accident, Ernie?
I was just trying to turn the camera off so I go get something to drink.
Where did everybody go?
We all took a break. We're like, if Yoko's taking a break, we're all going to take a break. I was like, we could take a break?
They're like, oh, the boss is gone?
Yeah. So we all ran.
Hold on. Whoa. Are my sounds playing? Nothing?
I just hear Lucy.
Okay, let's see. Travis Mitchell, thank you for tuning in. I think we're seeing harvesting of clone strands by Thrawn to create Palpatine's Sith army, later the Jango strand being used as one of the templates. Interesting. I haven't seen anything about Thrawn being involved in this so far, but that's cool. James Howlett says Katie O'Brien does not look a lot like young Tamura Morrison. No, she doesn't. Oh, hey.
Thanks.
Oh, Ernie was trapped in the Phantom Zone.
I kicked my own self. I did. And I was like, I thought there was a button to press where it like just shows your avatar. And so that's what I'm like.
That's stop camera, not leave
But it
studio.
didn't though. Look, watch. I watch stop cam at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me? No.
Oh, you have a setting. You have a setting where it says if you're audio only, your logo is not going to be showing. That's a setting in StreamYard. It's okay. Please check out my
I'll be right back.
3-week course on stream. No, I don't have that. I should. April W, thank you for tuning in, says Pal's been playing with cloning since the Zillow Beast showed up in Clone Wars Season 2. Who knows what's it's taking him longer to figure out cloning than me getting my Mezco 89 Batman. Look at Snoke. He was clearly a botched clone they tried to abort, but he didn't give up and rose to the challenge of survival. He does look like he's been through a lot. And do we know if it was just through fighting or he was just a really bad clone? Damn, I should have asked Andy Serkis. Damn, we should have lined up for Andy Serkis at Fan Expo. I see Yoko drank those 3 drinks. Finished?
No, just the one. And a little.
Carl says, my birthday won't last to the end of this episode. What does that mean? Am I dying?
I don't. So what does that mean?
Are you threatening me? Sir? Cat Chin, thank you for the super chat. This means even more, especially after you sat through my very detailed recap of the Bad Batch finale. This means a lot to me. 52 minutes, you earned this. You got an extra 45 minutes more than we had estimated. And that's quick maths. I can do math, but I can't remember the names of 2.
Did we talk about how it ended, though? Oh, I guess we did. Cliffhangers.
Well, okay, what do you think is gonna? What are you looking for the next season, if it happens?
They have Omega.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know what's going to happen with her, right? But she's with Crosshair, kind of. The Bad Batch crew they're back with Echo, but we don't know what's going to happen with them either, or they don't know where she is, right? So they're going to be looking for her.
Mm-hmm.
And TBD on Tech.
They need to team up with Cody, aka Boba Fett. They need to catch up with Rex and find out the location of the secret base.
Yeah.
I thought there were multiple Snokes made. I think there were. Anna says, I think he means it will go past midnight. What time is it?
11.
Oh, yeah. Easily. I will be 366 days plus however many years that math is. I don't know. 796 Studios. What's going on? Thank you so much. You already got me some stuff. You don't have to send a super chat, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see if this works. Did that one play? Anything? All right. Well, anyway, Paul, you will enjoy this. Yesterday, DK came by and brought me some presents. He said these are from 796 Studios and High School Creations. I'm like, what? He's like, they hit me up and they said, can you get some stuff for Kevin and drop it off? So not only did these guys go above and beyond to get me some birthday presents, they made use of my intern to do it. And that is just infinitely better. So thank you, Mario. Thank you.
The least we could do.
And thank you, DK. Well, he had specific items, so it wasn't like DK showed up with a gift card. And also, they brought a re-up of soju because that was that Ernie hacking up along. I think he's coming back soon. Thank you so much, Mario. And cheers to you. Louis says, Ernie, love the Toy Migos review of the Jada Toy Street Fighter figures almost enabled. Yeah, I'm gonna get those when they come out. I haven't watched the review yet, but go check out the Toy Migos channel for the Fei Long review.
They're so good. And Ryu.
Awesome.
So good.
Articulated Heroes is here. Thank you so much. Alfredo M, thank you for the super chat. I don't know why I'm pressing the soundboard. Nothing's playing apparently. This is so you never do 52 minutes of. I mean, Kat put 10 and you put 220. I think, and the meter is leading towards 52-minute episodes.
You didn't have to be here. You chose to be here.
DK is the birthday mule. Thank everyone for being here, and I hope you are here and enjoying the show. Are we ready for The Mandalorian? I hear some guy is on this episode. Ernie, how did you get on the show? Somebody from Boba Squadron is in this episode.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
What?
Yeah,
The guy from
somebody
Boba Squadron
is on this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. And it's amazing. So amazing.
All right, here we go. Buckle up, kids, because I mean, I kind of saw this happening in the episode where Mando shoots down. Mando and Grief Karga shoot down the pirates in the streets of Navarro. I'm like, do they have an army? Like, aren't the pirates gonna attack them? So now, like 3 or 4 episodes later, it's finally happening. The Pirate King Gorian Shard has come to Navarro. I mean, he was just in orbit, right? I guess he was just waiting for his time to show up. He shows up on Navarro and starts attacking. Sorry, not before he starts attacking. He makes a very choppy video call to Grief Karga in his office.
That was cool.
He called Grief, and then he's like, "Never call me again."
Unless it's don't call me unless you're surrendering. Because I kind of got that at first, Yoko. But the second part of his sentence was like, unless you're calling me to surrender.
I
So
don't
I'm
know,
like,
it's-
okay, that makes sense.
He did. I forgot about that.
It was a weird.
He did.
It was a weird choice of words.
Sorry, I earning myself. My favorite. Oh, RMD says my favorite episode from this season so far. I think that is the sentiment for a lot of viewers. Pirate Swamp Thing, absolutely. So yeah, he's gonna take over Navarro. What does Grief Karga do since he ain't got no army? This actually, I couldn't think of it because when I first saw Grief Karga, I'm like, look at him with his fancy robes and the droids that kind of carry the train of it, and I think Gorian Shard said it here perfectly. That's why I screenshotted this one. It's like, all I see before me is a pampered nobleman dressed for the pomp of his wedding feast. It's so perfect. It so perfectly describes it. I love this part. It's a great scene between the two of them. So what does he do? Grief Karga pulls a Princess Leia. He goes to his astromech, and we kind of all knew right away what he was doing here, right? Putting out a distress call for who could he be calling? Who could he be calling?
I will fully admit I did not know who he was calling. I thought he was calling someone else.
Ghostbusters?
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, get Ray down there immediately. Yeah.
Ray Skywalker?
Yeah. No.
Ray Stance, yes.
Ray Stance.
Yeah.
I would like to see the baby.
What is do we know what the species is?
Of who?
Of Gorian Shard?
Mm.
I didn't even look it up. I didn't even think I'd never seen it
man.
before.
No.
Right? Neither have I. Highly articulated. What's up says, how the heck was Grief keeping order on Navarro up until this point? I guess up until Cara Dune left.
Well, he still has his gun. So maybe he's taking care of it himself.
Yeah, he's being
He's still
respected.
packing.
Yeah, and I feel
He's
it's
still
just
packing.
Yes.
he is.
That episode, he's like, he pulls back under that robe. He's still got his sidearm.
He'd be packing.
Yeah,
Right?
total
So-
Western. It was
Yeah,
dope.
man.
But I think it's respect out of the people there of what he's done. I mean, he's turned it all around. People have a place to live. They have their own business. There's a school now where the bar was. So I just take it as respect. I mean, they're living together as a community. They really all together turned it around. And if that's who's going to be in charge, then that's who's in charge. I mean, because the pirate calls it and saying, used to be the head of all the bounty hunters. And then the last pirate called it and said, didn't you build this bar off of the money from my boss? So, he's turned everything around. So I think that's what it was, is just respect of the people. And I think that's why they listened to him as well.
True. Ash Anakin says, I thought he was calling the Boba Squadron. In a way, he was. Gary says, is he from Mos Eisley?
Ooh.
Perfect.
Oh, very punny.
Perfect.
That was good.
Very
That was good.
punny.
Very good. Yo, Blake Kwame with the super chat. I don't have the soundboard working, so I'll just manually do it. Wah, wah, wah. Trap horn. It says, what up, Butter Nation? What's going on, Blake? Thank you for
Oh, I have one for you.
That was good. That was good. Mine was better, but that was all right. It's a good substitute to have if I'm unavailable. Why did he have to one up Lando's cape game? Uncalled for. Oh, don't you're gonna mix up Carl Weathers and Billy D again, like on
Oh my god.
Star Wars Twitter. That
wasn't him though. That was some other guy.
No, not him, but it did happen, and I saw it. Same with Paul. Paul.
Oh my god.
Do you want to tell the story?
Yeah. So they released. It was a screenshot of my character, and then somebody tweeted, "Hey, is that Wu from Deadwood?" Right, and then somebody right away tweeted, "Yup," and so I had to tweet back, "Go, no, I wasn't on Deadwood, and that's not me." And then I put a GIF of Mr. Kim saying, "Innocent racist mistake." Right? And so they're referring to the actor. His name is Ki-won Young. He's born in 1947, which makes him like 80 years old, 80-ish, like
not as old
to
as
80
me.
years old. It's not me. We both happen to be Asian. We both work in the industry. There might be a passing. I mean, I'm stretching. It's like a passing similarity, but it's like we're definitely not the same character.
We know what the similarities are.
So, yeah. Anyways, so I am most definitely. I look more like David Suzuki, so I found that insulting. So no.
I love the yup and then nope.
Yeah, it's like yup, like just with such conviction. And I kind of want to say, dudes, you obviously have access to a computer or the internet because you posted this on Twitter. If you have a question, there are many search engines available to you that you can check, and not Twitter, right? Like, how lazy do you have to be to just throw it out there, right? So there you go. That's all I have to say. Is like, it's called Google, IMDb. There's so many resources at your fingertips. It takes like no time to really look that up.
Someone called me Rose the other day.
Bros?
Yeah.
Rose from like sequels, Rose.
Yeah.
Oh, Rose Tico. Oh,
yeah.
So
how come nobody calls me Donnie Yen? I'd fucking love that. What the hell, internet? Be more racist to me. No, I'm kidding. Don't take that out of context. Cool. Thank you so much for being here. And it was great to have you here. Thank you for super chat earlier as well. Clockwork Orgy, good to have you. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Google is your friend. Yeah, Deadwood's a good show. Good show. It is not Paul though. All right, so the pirates start firing on Navarro, and you see people. Is this Camtono? No, it's not. What is she running?
It
with?
isn't. It's a beer keg.
Just a regular.
That's like
she grabbed her mini keg.
She got her keg. Let's go.
Grab your essentials only to the lava flats. We're gonna get thirsty out there.
We're gonna get thirsty.
It's gonna get hot by the lava flats. I think I should bring a keg. What are you guys bringing? You guys bring anything? Can you bring the red cups?
You're laughing now, but later on, these White Claws are gonna taste awesome.
Yeah.
You all called me stupid, but when I grabbed this,
hey, can I have a drink? No, he laughed.
That'll teach you, Agnes. You should have brought your cups. All right, we don't need to run this any further. All right,
no,
so what? No, I mean, did anyone bring the pump?
No, that was it. That was it. No, that was it.
My hat.
The solo cups. Come on. So we cut to a Y-wing bomber flying into this base. What I don't know. I thought this was cool because this kind of looked like, real our world military bases or like airfields in the past, right? So I thought this was pretty cool. There's a lot of new Republic pilots in here, one of which is the one we were most excited to see, Zeb. No, I'm kidding. It was Paul. Paul, a message came for you. You were at the bar.
Great screenshot.
I think I've had.
I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the effort.
Really?
No, I got a
Thank
better
you so
one
much.
after. I got a better one.
Thank you.
Like, what do you mean I'm cut off? I'm the one who I brought a keg to the lava flat. There, is this better?
Yes.
Thank you.
Why did you have two in a row?
I know. Wait,
Why
so
did
you
I
had
didn't
this?
get the nice one?
You had this and you still left this one in?
Oh.
This is how movies are made.
Did you
They're
not
just
get-
a series of moving pictures?
Did you not get the other
Yeah, you missed that
like
wide
the
sweeping
cameos in
shot
here?
Well,
with all the
there's
cameos.
more specific ones. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. The cameos is what I saw before.
Just not
the
filling us
important
with
stuff.
a lot of confidence here.
Paul, I watched this episode like 6 times. What
Watching
more?
it and getting good screen caps are completely different things, Kev.
This one is, ooh, I love instructions for my hot toys. What have we here? Batteries? Oh, my God.
I need my glasses.
Where's my glasses?
One day you'll get old too, Yoko.
Oh, yes.
One day.
Mark my words. Mark my words,
See
Paul.
who's
I mean,
laughing.
Yoko.
Then we'll see.
So this is Adelphi. Thank you for reminding me. Star Wars Reporter. Adelphi Outpost?
Yes.
Outpost. You got the is this in the costume, the bartender?
That's Misty Rosas in that, playing a sniveling barkeep.
Nice.
Which is
who
great.
else? Who else is at the
Well,
bar?
Let's talk about this bar. The location
Let's.
was actually this
So
was not in the volume. This is not at Manhattan Beach Studios. This is the first time I'd ever had to travel outside of Manhattan Beach Studios to shoot a scene. And we were all the way in Culver City in Los Angeles. This was a practical location that they redressed to look like a great bar. So this was an actual one of those Quonset hangars. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
In the middle of Culver City. So that was it was pretty dope actually going there. Yeah, they had, they set it up. The bar looks beautiful. Like if there's a shot, like all the different Easter eggs and tchotchkes that are up around the bar are tremendous.
So that was all there. The helmets and everything.
Every single bit of this is practical. There is nothing CGI about this bar, except for Zeb. But everything else was, shut up. But yeah, everything. Those cups. Oh, actually, you know what? All those cups and glasses, those are all CGI. They were all actually. It was pretty cool.
Wait, really?
No, of course not. They're fucking real.
Oh my god! And I'm waiting to hear the rest of the story. I'm like, so why? Why couldn't you guys drink?
No, and so there's Filoni himself, right there with his back to the camera. That's everybody says, oh, he's wearing his iconic cowboy hat. That is not his cowboy hat. That is a special hat specifically for Trapper Wolf. It's a brown hat. It's not a black hat. It's brown. It's got a wider brim. It's kind of Cad Bane-ish, except not as big in terms of the brim. And then, of course, there's Rick Famuyiwa sitting there staring at him, Jib Dodger. And there's Deborah Chow, who, of course, plays Sash Ketter. Now, here's a great Easter egg. You can't see him, but there's a person right behind Deb that's blocked off by camera. There's his hair. That is Doug Chang, who is
that's who you're talking to, right?
Yeah, that's who I was talking to. In the wide shot, you still can't see him, but it was so cool because he's wearing one of the new Blue Republic flight suits. You'll see some of the blue uniforms around, and there's this really great sort of costume design conceit where they're slowly phasing in the New Republic uniforms, which are blue, right? You saw in season 2 Matt Lanter on the prison transport, or is that season 1? Season 1, yeah. On the prison transport, he's wearing that blue uniform with the white boots and the white helmet and the white belt. That's the signature look of the New Republic now. And more you're going to see pilots being phased in wearing those. And that's why you see some blue uniforms in that bar. And used to be some of the different colored flight suits meant you flew a different type of ship. Like Y-wing pilots had orange, A-wing pilots had green, B-wing pilots had a different color as well, right? So that was, but in this case, it's kind of like the old school Rebellion pilots. They had the orange, and they're slowly phasing in, turning it into the New Republic uniforms, where they have the different vests instead of the flak vests. They've got the ones where you put your arms through that look a lot more like the sequel trilogy vests, and that's what Zeb's wearing when we see him later on. He's wearing a New Republic, newer style flight suit.
Now, as everybody's going to get to it, the jacket is amazing. The jacket is so cool, and in this shot, like where Kevin panned in, it looks like everybody has a jacket on. So did everybody get to do their jacket special?
Yeah. So I think I was told, now I didn't get a chance to look at everybody's patches, but they got to design and personalize their patches. I think Rick's, he's a huge Dodgers fan. So his kind of had a baseball motif. Even the cut of his jacket was more like a baseball jacket.
Oh, wow.
That you see. I think Deb, she's got the sheepskin collar on hers,
like the bomber style.
Yeah, like the bomber style. So every pilot had had a different cut. They weren't all the same. It wasn't one uniform style jacket, and that sort of lent to the individuality as well. And that, of course, that's the genius of Shauna Tripsick, who is a costume designer on this. I cannot sing her praises highly enough. She is a nerd's nerd. And really, really loves Star Wars and does those deep cuts into the original trilogy, and will source the same material and do the same cuts and use the same techniques to stitch it through. Like, she will do that, or she'll borrow some designs from the original trilogy and incorporate it into a new design. So it feels like it's still in universe, like it's still familiar enough or authentic looking enough that you buy it, that it's in this universe. So that's pretty cool.
Amazing.
That's awesome to hear, Paul. Yeah, and great. Oofs has great insight. That's what we love to hear. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Yeah, and I was looking in the background characters. I couldn't recognize anyone, but I knew like this was Deb Chow right away, and that got me overexcited that I didn't even really recognize anything else afterwards, because I was like, Paul, Deb Chow. He's like, yeah, all the pilots are there. And then the next thing I said to Paul was like, oh my God, Tim Meadows? And he's like, are you serious? What about the other cameo? I'm like, I was so excited about Deb Chow being there and spotting that it didn't even click to me that it was a specific Lasat that shows up next to you.
Wait, you didn't realize that was Zeb?
Immediately, no. I'm like, oh look, there's another one, because I was so hyped over spotting this cameo. But of course, Paul gets his Princess Leia message from Grief Karga asking for help. Wrong way again. Yes.
I got to know. Sometimes there's practical stuff in Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Was there anything about? Was that really in front of you? The thing,
this hologram?
Not the hologram itself, but the viewer. This package.
The viewer. That whole box. That's all practical. Which is great. The only thing that's CGI is that hologram image.
I see like the headphone jack and like this. So it was like, this is something. Did you notice stuff on it? Like we could build this?
No, it's great. I mean, again, the props department too. Josh Roth is like, he's king, man. It's so cool. All that stuff. It just the aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
Is like, it's all kit bash, but it looks completely in universe, which is great. And that's just a camping stove case that they've modified, right?
Oh, wow.
And up top there, that's the card slot for it. But like, that's if you've ever gone camping, you've got one of those propane stoves with the little canisters that you put in. Like, that's the case from that, literally. And they've modified the inside to make it, to light it up and stuff.
What model is that? I have to go buy them all off eBay
I couldn't
right now.
tell you.
Yeah, we got some building to do, Kev.
But like, again, they take real world things and modify them to look.
Love that.
That's awesome.
Just like the OT and everything ever since. Who's this purple guy? What's his deal, Paul?
Oh man.
Or let's let Yoko field this one, because she's upset that I didn't notice him right away or identify him immediately.
I mean, how many Lasats do you know? Well, so Mario's trying to call me out, but he's full of it, because what I was trying to do was to not jump to conclusions or be racist, speciest.
Yeah, we already have one on this panel.
Because I was like, it looks like Zeb, it sounds like Zeb, but I waited till I saw the credits. But actually, in this moment, I was like, dang it, why am I not watching with the captions on? Right? Like we had just talked about last week. Then I would have seen his name, I assume.
No,
it didn't say.
They didn't show his name?
Did not.
Nope.
So I waited to look for his name in the credits before I jumped to that conclusion. Before I was 100% sure that was
the voice.
Zeb.
The voice didn't give it away for you.
Well, that's what I just wanted to make sure it really was him.
Right.
Like it sounded like him.
Yep.
But I don't know. Maybe he could voice somebody else as an Easter egg, right?
Right.
I feel like we've only seen one other Lasat. I mean, I guess we saw the Lasats they rescued in that one episode on Rebels, but other than that, the only other Lasat we've really heard is the one in Fallen Order, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yes,
the one who died because Cal couldn't press a button to open us.
Well,
escape hatch.
That's right.
Who was holding the controller? I'm kidding. It was built in the cutscene.
That was a cutscene, Kevin. That was a cutscene.
Like I knew that it was Zeb's voice, right?
Yeah.
But that to me is not 100% evidence that is Zeb. Do you know what I mean?
She what she doesn't want to say is, do they all sound like that?
Like D. Bradley Baker voices a million clones. But they're not all the same clone.
Okay, let's talk about how good this translation from an animation to live action CGI for Zeb looks. Ernie, what did you think about the look of this? Sometimes, like people had a problem with Cad Bane in Book of Boba Fett. How about this look for Zeb?
I thought it was great. I wasn't in shock of everything going on, right? Like, okay, we get Paul immediately. Oh my God, this is like a Cheers bar. This is great. He gets the Princess Leia call. And then out of the background, you hear Zeb's voice come in. And I was Yoko, the same thing of, oh my God, is it? It is, right? It is. And that's how I totally felt too. And then he was talking and just going into it. And it's like, oh, wait, the way that he's talking and saying everything, he's been here. And then that leaves your mind as you just stare at him. And it's like, oh my God, it's Zeb. He's right there. Like, this is wow. Like,
it's so exciting to see him in live action. Like,
and possibilities too,
and
right?
the translation to it.
The Rebels crew, they're like the Ghost crew. They're like right there. They're right there.
Yes. Yeah. We had Chopper in Rogue One. we had last Celebration, we had that little trailer that kind of showed some of them too,
Yeah.
and then now
we
Zeb
heard
and-
Hera's name too, right?
yes, yeah, and now like you're saying, it's our rebels are right here, and it's just so it was amazing.
And Paul's friends with them.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's the thing too, is Paul gets his message. So it wasn't directed at him. It was like everybody heard the message, right? So he comes in to Paul as a friend, like, oh, I thought it would last over there too. And that was, it wasn't like Zeb's just another pilot. So it's like Carson and Zeb know each other. Like, that's awesome. And then
He owes me money.
Absolutely. I hope he was buying you the drink. So yeah, the drawing and the translation from this to that, and
He looks
I know a lot of
good.
a lot of people talk about the CGI or stuff like that on all sorts of different things, not only Star Wars but all aspects from movies to TV. Now, I didn't know what I was looking at. Was this a dude in a mask, in a really good mask? Was this the computer?
He looks real to me. I'm like, in my head, Paul is friends with Zeb. Like Paul met Zeb. Right?
Yeah, and there was nothing either of Paul looking at him wrong. Sometimes you get that where they're like, they go back to the other person and they're actually looking wrung. Like, oh, you're looking at his shoulder or anything.
Yeah.
Like you two were having a conversation.
Fun fact.
This blew me away.
Yeah, there was a guy with a tennis ball on a stick. Basically, he was under the bars, just holding it up and doing that the whole time. So
that's amazing. And that's what you were looking at?
I'm just kidding. No, it was a guy in a mocap suit.
Oh my God.
So
well, some do that where they paste the face onto
the
stick.
I know.
And then walk around. So this guy had the mocap suit.
Yeah, no, it's a guy in a mocap suit. It was not. Now it's so funny. People, it's like broken telephone. Steve Blum or Bloom. I don't know how to pronounce it. There's no E at the end, so I pronounce it Steve. It looks like it should be pronounced Steve Blum. But he did the voice. Obviously, he tweeted about it. But then everybody jumps to the conclusion, says, "Oh, he played him, so he did the mocap, and he did all the stuff." He was not there. Steve Blum was not there. It was another dude. He was like jacked, like this big dude, gray mocap suit, ridiculous headband with the dots on it. Really nice guy, but he was not there. And it was interesting because in the script, it just says Lasat pilot. It just said Lasat pilot. Didn't say his name. But I was able to ascertain. It's like, no, come on. It's got to be. Who else is it going to be? Right? Like,
awesome.
Come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. And everything you see in that image right there, that's all CGI. That uniform, the material in the fabric, Kevin, is all CGI.
It's got fabric in it.
The fabric,
the lighting even from behind the windows,
the writing on his vest in Arabesh, right? That's all CGI. Everything on him is CGI.
What does it say?
It's upside down.
Is it an Easter egg?
If you're looking down, it's like
so
pull
that he
to
can
inflate.
Read it? So he can read it? Oh.
It says pull to inflate.
Oh, nice.
Wait, really?
Yes.
My God, for reals?
That's all CGI. That chest box, that is all CGI.
Really?
I wasn't even there. I was in Vancouver
really
on the toilet.
Shooting just lines?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Watching Unboxing Thursdays.
They used voice capture, like how they recreated Luke Skywalker's voice. They just pieced it together from all my Kim's Convenience stuff. It is pronounced Bloom then? Okay, thank you, Rick.
Rick Jones says BLUM pronounced Bloom. Another fun fact, Jason Lapidus told me today, Steve Bloom voiced Wolverine in not the original X-Men animated series, but like the series like Wolverine and the X-Men, those ones. That
really?
Was also him. I didn't fact check it, but that's what Jason told me. But Jason's usually has a pretty good record, so I'm gonna believe what he says. He also has the same birthday as me, so he can't be wrong. All right.
This is awesome.
Wait, Paul, yesterday you were talking about the little mustache piece.
Yeah.
Are you wearing it here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that middle part underneath my nose is fake.
Wow.
Because I had to have it shaved for Avatar. That's fake. Right under my nostril. That's a
I can't even tell.
Bit. I could tell. It was so
Can you message me who made that? Because I have a problem growing facial hair right here as well.
Right there.
Not that you do. Yours was for work, but if you could, or even just give me your piece from this set. Actually, I don't want to use it. But yeah, I need one of those too. It's like a dicky for your mustache.
Yes. It's not. No, it's more. It's a merkin. It's a merkin. To cover up that bare spot.
As it pans out, Zeb, we forget he's actually telling us something. The New Republic is so backed up with emails and calls, it takes them weeks or months to reply. So Paul says, the annoying guy at the office is like, yo, I just sent you an email. Can you reply? Like, can I get a chance to look at my emails first, Paul? I'm just kidding. He's going to go to Coruscant and follow up and see if he can get some help to get some backup to help Grief Karga over on Navarro.
Mm-hmm. And the person who built the merkin for me her name was Alexi, and she worked. I mean, the key makeup artist was Christina Waltz on the show, and she did obviously a fantastic job for the whole series. And Maria Sandoval did the hair as well. So there you go. So and this is funny too. Like, yes, very clever, Alfredo. Carson should send a fax. It'll be faster. He literally said they haven't been returning dispatches in over 2 weeks. That's why Carson Teva physically flies out there. You're not the only one to make that assumption. A lot of other people on the internets have been saying the same thing. Yeah. So that's the other thing. And then the other comment that I love is, wow, he's moving pretty slow for going. If it's in such a hurry, it's like, yes, it's called the sense of dignity when one is going in and trying to convince his superiors that something should happen. If you run in like a maniac, you don't get taken seriously. So there you go.
You should have run out of the bar like Black Chrysanthemum did, running away from Jabba's palace. I gotta go. All right,
So
there's the
cool.
shot of the directors there as other pilots.
Were there more buckets behind Zeb, Paul?
Small buckets? Oh, yeah. There are helmets everywhere. Along the top of the bar, there are a bunch of different ones. TIE pilot helmets, stormtrooper helmets, scout troopers.
TIE pilot helmets. Nice.
Yeah, there's like a probe droid, a huge probe droid head, which is cool. Imperial flags. It's
There was a probe droid head in there?
Oh, it's gigantic. It's like the biggest thing.
Oh, my God. I missed that.
That's so cool.
Okay, I have 2 questions. One comment and one question. my comment is that I love this look on Zeb, right? Mm-hmm. Like I love this look. That's all I was just thinking right now. But my question was, when you are on set, Paul, like, are you allowed to take pictures for yourself? Like,
no.
Like, did you go? No.
I'm not allowed.
That's too bad.
Yeah. That's no. You're not allowed to take pictures.
He has his phone in his costume, and in between takes, he's like, "Ooh, new pre-order for Hot Toys is out." Yeah. I have to order.
So see, now all this too, that's all CGI in the background. I was in the back lot walking across planks walking towards a green screen. And so like that is all like blue screen, and then as the camera pans to it was a camera on a huge jib that was tracking me and following all along. As it pans across, you see Coruscant, but that was nothing but like it was a wooden platform basically that was walking across, surrounded by sand.
Wow.
Sorry, and you said this was green screen in the background, or
the blue or green screen? I think it's blue screen.
Okay.
That's all CGI. Everything, even those people, fake.
Oh wow, nice.
They all fake.
Very cool. So you head into the office as you walk by. Oh, now I know. You mentioned Aaliyah Kane so many times in her previous episode, or in her episode. You're in the same scene. When I saw this, I was like, "Oh shit, she's right there in the office." Don't look over, Carson Teva. Don't look over. She sees you walking in. Does she recognize you? Does she know you from the Outer Rim?
It seemed like that, right?
No. She doesn't recognize me, but
she just noticed the importance that you were walking in with.
Yeah.
With
the, what was it? Okay. Dignity instead of running in going whoop, 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 whoop.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Because if you run in like that, it's like basically what happens is security will just come in.
They're going to tackle you.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So. And besides, like, you know, my character's a captain. He's got a sense of he's got to act like an officer when he goes in there, right? There are rules, there's decorum that you have to follow as an officer and as a gentleman. That's a standard that you have to be held to, right? So
Awesome. Not like king-sized Homer trying to flag down a car to save the power plant. Hey, buddy, you gotta help me because I'm a fat guy. If you don't help me, I'm gonna blow up. Everybody's gonna blow up. We're gonna die. Oh yeah, get that Boba. Whose office does he walk into? My goodness, no one
Ladies'
could have
man himself.
expected this. Tim Meadows. What the hell? I was like, so this is when I texted Paul. I'm like, oh my god, Tim Meadows.
Yep.
And Paul was like, what about Zeb? I go, what, Zeb? So
Blew me away.
the
away.
cameos in this is
Yeah.
bananas.
That's why it was such a good episode. I mean, because then we lead to this, and I'm like, he's in Star Wars now? No way. And I love the way that he even portrayed everything, like talking to the droid and everything. And oh my god, it was so good.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Tim Meadows, and we'll talk about Katie O'Brien as well. But Tim Meadows, man, like, damn, he is so good at playing this beleaguered bureaucrat who's just exhausted by being overwhelmed by work. And he's valiantly trying to keep up with it. But like, even this interaction with that R5 unit was like, don't put it there. That's like, that was hilarious to watch, because only Tim Meadows could deliver that dry sort of acerbic dialogue. And he was cracking everybody up with that. And Katie O'Brien too. Like, this was the first time I met her as well, and working with her. And she was fantastic, because she was filling me in on who her character was and stuff. And like, she was like, you know, she didn't give me the details, but she said, oh my God, we just shot this episode with Omid Abtani, who played Dr. Pershing. And she was like, oh, I did him so dirty. It was just
no.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, what? So you're like evil. She's like, yeah. I was like, that's so cool. And so it was just so much fun working together with her in the scene and playing that game of cat and mouse. And there's Tim Meadows as well, who you look at him and he kind of wants to help, but he's been so beaten down by the system. He's like, well, that's too bad.
Does he want to help?
He kind of does, because he's like, you know, this is disconcerting. Like, he's about to, and then when Officer G68 comes in, she starts to speak bureaucratese and sort of talks him back over to the side of, oh, that's too bad. Because I think he was
a member planet.
Yeah, the idea that I was, the feeling that I got was like, okay, well, let's see if we can allocate some things. And he wouldn't have asked about whether they were a signatory or not. Right, he would have just gone, okay, well, just go then. Take your Delphi squadron or this or that. I'll make the approval and go. But because she comes in and directly manipulates the conversation, she says, oh, they haven't signed the charter. Oh, that's too bad. And all these different, like, she brings up all this information that he had never asked for before and wouldn't have cared about. So I think he was just like, he was on the cusp, and she drew him back. And that's what makes that scene so delicious and that much more infuriating. Because she plays it so well, because she's like, yeah, you were gonna get it, but hey, look what I did, and I did nothing wrong because I just pointed out the facts, right? And that's what was so much fun about it. Just play. There's so many different ways to play that scene.
I mean, if you look at the comments from the chat about Katie O'Brien's performance, and I hear from some of my friends, it's like, oh, that Aaliyah Kane, I hate that character so much. It just, that means she's playing the role so well. And then with you and Tim Meadows, it's like, look at the talent in this one scene from the three of you. It's just, that's just crazy to see.
And also, you know, I big shout out to Peter Ramsey, who directed this episode. You know, he also was one of the co-directors on Into the Spider-Verse.
Hell yeah.
He's got a huge background in directing animation. I believe this is one of his first live action television shows that he directed. And he was great. He was fantastic work with, very collaborative. I really got the sense that he trusted me to come in with my choices and play around with it. He'd give me redirection. Like, I never felt like I had to prove anything to him. It was just, I came in and he was like, yeah, you're a pro. What do you got? And I felt really great, because, you know, earlier on, like in season 2, when it was Carl Weathers and Peyton Reed, you know, and nobody knew me from Shinola. and it was just like, who's this guy? Can he like, whose back did he scratch to get this role type thing? And so I felt like I had a lot to prove, and I was very nervous and very like, just trying to impress and just trying to show this is what I can do. Whereas this time through, I just felt so much more relaxed and so much more confident, because I was just like, I've been here and I know I can do the work. And he just put me at ease right away. Like, I just really felt like right from the get-go, he's like, we're collaborating on this, and he trusted me. And that makes such a big difference when you feel like you're being you're trusted to play a scene. And that just gave me all the confidence in the world. And he went in, we'd have redirect. He'd give suggestions. Hey, why don't we play it this way? Let's try this. Let's try that. And it was like, just doing that dance with Katie was amazing. And with Tim as well. And this scene took 2 days to shoot. That was the other thing. 2 12-hour days to shoot this scene. And this scene was shot. The office was a practical set that was in the volume.
Nice.
So yeah, it was kind of insane.
That's great, awesome, man. To hear, like, if he has that trust in you, that takes a whole lot of pressure off of you, right? You don't have to worry about, like, you can just go with how you have it in your head. You don't have to worry about all these other things. You can just be natural, right?
Yeah, 100%.
That's so cool. Captain Crispy says Carson Teva making copies. Awesome. Mario said Tim Meadows' character playing like everyone he hates in The Office. I love it.
I'm not convinced he really wanted to help. I think he just wanted to get rid of you and thought that agreeing to some extent was going to be the quickest way to get rid of you.
You know what? I think I will agree that's one way of looking at it, but it robs the scene of its power then, right? That's the thing. Like, it robs Eli Kane.
I don't think so, because she still comes in and
no, I think it lowers the stakes in, because if he was never going to get it initially, then it's not that much of a loss. But if he goes in, he's about to get it, and she pulls the rug out from underneath him,
she sabotages.
That changes the stakes.
I'm agreeing that he was about to get it. I'm just saying that the reasoning isn't that he wanted to help you, or he wants to help Navarro. He doesn't care about Navarro. He just wanted to get you back out of his office, and so he's going to be like, yeah, do whatever.
I don't know.
I didn't get that because my character barges in, right? He barges in and he says, no, it's okay. Because the Rodian says, I'm sorry, sir. I told him he couldn't come in. He's like, no, that's okay. Come on in. And there's actually some lines that were cut in the scene where it says, have a seat. And my character's like, no, I prefer to stand. He's like, okay, well, how can I help you then? And he's very.
We can't wait. I'm not going to change my mind based on.
No. I'm not. I'm just giving you context in terms of how I see it and why I feel, having playing that scene and working with Tim, what his intentions were initially, and I think that's the thing that sort of twisted on his head. So, Tommy, so I agree to disagree then, but I'm just I think it's.
I was just saying that's how I saw the scene.
Yeah, and that's.
Everyone wants to tell me I'm wrong today. Apparently,
no. I'm not. Oh my god, no! I'm not telling you that you're wrong. I'm saying this is how I see it, too. So
no,
I guess
for the fifth time tonight. No, thank you.
Paul, you have spoken a little bit about some of these patches before, but for people watching now who haven't heard that part yet, what can you tell us about these lovely patches that are on your jacket? Maybe abridged version.
The real abridged version is if you sit through my 5-hour stream from last night. I do
That's not a
quick
bridge
explanation of those patches. No, Shauna Tripsick said they gave me an opportunity to design the patches to try to make them more individualistic to each of the pilots. And so the Rancor patch originally was a bulldog. And I was told that there were no bulldogs in space or in Star Wars. So the suggestion was, why don't you make it into a Rancor? And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's close enough. And the reason why I chose the bulldog was because the bulldog is an animal that has had symbolic significance everywhere I've lived. In Calgary, I went to Winston Churchill High School. The mascot was a bulldog. I played on the team, the football team. And so like the Winston Churchill Bulldogs. Moved to Toronto, East York. That's where I live right now. That's the community sort of mascot is the bulldog. My youngest, Miles, he played for the East York Bulldogs. I was a coach on the team. And so like, oh, Bulldogs, that's really cool. So I did that. And so it became a Rancor head. And the patch below it is actually, I've heard people say, oh, it looks like a hurricane, like the Carolina hurricanes. That's not what it is. They're actually two birds that are sort of encircling of each other, and that's reminiscent, or it's really sort of an homage to the South Korean flag, where there's a yin-yang symbol with red on the top, blue on the bottom. The red represents the communists, the blue, the democratic states. So that's an homage to the Korean flag. And right above it in Arabesh is the E and a Y, which stands for East York, which is where I live right now. So those are the patches. That's what they became.
That's so awesome.
In the end, yeah. So I just a little nod to where I'm living at home, sort of remembering where you're at.
As soon as I see these at Disneyland, I will grab them for you.
Cool, thank you.
Because I'm telling you, it has to come out there.
Can you just buy 4, Ernie? Don't even ask. Just
yeah.
buy 4.
No, I
We're
swear,
we're good
for reals. Yeah, like I
just
will,
please ship it here in one package. Paul, my favorite part about the Rancor was that you did a silhouette of the full body, and the tail of the Rancor looked like a dong.
Yeah, his
So
tail looked
they
like a
went
big
with-
ding dong sticking out the back. Like, oh, so we had to scrap that. So
It's funny.
So that's so you went with just the head. That's awesome. So yes, you're requesting authorization for more backup from a Delphi squadron to help Grief Karga on Navarro. And Colonel Tuttle's just like, I don't know, pirates, that doesn't seem like a big deal. But you're stressing the point that, like, Imperials have been sighted on this planet. TIE fighters have been reported to be flying over the planet. Like, these could be related. And we were talking about, who is he saying this to? By the time you realize something's happening, it's too late. Who was he saying this to? From when we first saw it in the trailer, I was like, oh, what if he's talking to Mon Mothma? That'd be so cool. What if we were talking to Princess Leia to ask for help out there? No, he's talking to Tim freaking Meadows. Nobody had money on that.
not
For
Mon
sure.
Mothma, not Princess Leia, not
Yeah.
Chewbacca the Wookiee.
No,
It was Colonel Tuttle.
it was crazy.
I loved it, man. I also like the side eye you were giving her for the amnesty badge on her uniform for Elia Kane.
Look at the side eye was the best because she's shooting him down so hard with everything that she's saying, and even like doing it like you said in that political way. And so the side eye was great because, oh my God, just she does her character so good. You're yelling at the TV like, ugh, you're messing it up, like, oh, it was so good.
And then, of course, here's the second reference to this, because you say, because I'm hearing Moff Gideon never made it to trial. One of the amnesty officers mentioned it in the scene with Dr. Pershing. And when that happened, I'm like, that's got to be it, right? But is it too obvious? But now it's happening again. So it's, it lends a little more credibility to this alleged rumor. So now you're straight up asking for some backup. Oh, look at this. It was a side eye in the opposite direction in when Elia Kane was like, oh, they're not really a charter planet, so maybe it'll be a lesson for them and other planets that if you don't sign up, this is what's going to happen. And the Empire loved to teach lessons, like Tarkin did with Alderaan. So I love the line from Carson Teva. Sounds like a rather Imperial way of thinking. I definitely need this soundbite for my soundboard once it's working again here on the channel. Of course, the other one is Clear Out Blue Boy for other times. Need it for backup against Paul. And this back and forth with you and Officer G68 talking about that's how your type thinks before you were enlightened or you were captured. Dude, this was actually a beautiful back and forth, Paul.
Yeah, no, she's great. I mean, again, she plays it so. She was like, their line. I wasn't captured. I was liberated. And she's like, oh my God, like that's.
Like,
I rolled my eyes so hard when she
right.
said that.
It's like, oh, cut the BS.
Yeah.
Cut the bullshit.
Yeah,
but she's like, it's such snake oil too, right? Like it's just so
she's
oily.
Regina George here.
Right.
Yeah.
So
good one,
Yeah.
Yoko.
Thank you.
do you like this look, Paul? Is this Would this
Well,
have
my
been your
mouth is
preferred-
open.
for your character poster? Would you have wanted the X-wing pilot outfit or this jacket? What did you prefer if you had a choice? Because this look, this scene, you absolutely crushed it, dude.
Oh, thanks, man. No, I don't care. I would have. You could have shown me my chonies, and I would have been happy with it.
Yeah, is that a deleted scene or? Oh, confirmed.
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 Right
This
next to
was the
Fat
part.
Tony's.
This was the part. Oh, didn't someone do April Fool's HasLab Fetchonies?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
on IG.
Yeah.
That was great.
When you were flying, when this X-wing was flying into the planet, this was the part where I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I was from the previous scene building on top to this, I was even more pumped up. You're flying through here, and you're looking for a signal, and you're like, "I gotcha." Pressing a series of random buttons, and I asked you this the other day. Were you given a specific sequence, or did you just make it up as you go along, pressing buttons inside the cockpit?
Just like Homer in the nuclear power plant. Just blindly push it buttons until they make you go home. No, I had a set sequence that I repeated in my own head, so I made up my own canon in terms of what buttons were for sensors, what were for landing gear, for the thrusters, for all that stuff. So,
because someone out there might be like, "Oh, a pilot in another episode pressed this series of buttons
well, there you go.
Did you try to bring up the chin strap thing yet?
Oh,
remember how we talked about it? Remember we were saying Porkins didn't wear it, and then we remembered somebody else, and
that's why I wanted the screenshot. The caption was subtitles was Carson Teva's size. I'm like, that seems like the Paul that I know. Sign. And you land, and I need to get the Micro Galaxy Squadron X-wing. I don't know if they're gonna repaint one for you. I hope they do and give you a little pilot character, because you land right in front of the gauntlet, Bo-Katan's gauntlet. And as I look around, I realize it's not next to me, and it was so cool, man. It was so cool to see. I'm like, oh shit, you're gonna meet all the Mandalorians right now.
I couldn't believe it.
Right? They had
believe it.
the snipers up on the perch. You didn't see it walking up. They were hiding in the rocks until you walked up. Carson Teva, Delphi Squadron here. Don't shoot me. And you were able to locate them because of another Resistance member that you served with before, R5, and you saluted.
So were you guys like pen
R5.
pals?
He was my astromech.
Yeah, but like you're like still like instant messaging each other.
Yeah. He slides into my DMs every once in a while when he wants
their
that oil
Facebook.
bath.
They're Facebook friends.
Yeah, he wants that oil bath. It's good.
Ew.
I loved
him
it.
up.
And this was so amazing because we heard from Pelly, and again, this episode adds so much, and I thought that was just her BSing of he's a war
Trying to
hero
make
and
us up.
everything.
Used car salesman. Sorry, Yoko.
Yeah, and then for you to be there and call him out, and I love how they looked around when you said
they looked at each other. They're like, "You?"
Yeah,
And one
everybody
guy's
was
like,
like,
"Oh, not me. Why are you looking at me?"
"Yeah, who
Yeah.
was
Can you
it?"
imagine if I gone, thanks, Paz?
Yeah,
There would have been a revolt.
yes, I swear. And then so to have him come out and then just, oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah,
I loved it, man. Paz was the first to come out. He's like, "Clear out, blue boy." I love that part. And then of course they're like, "Well, dude, you just blew up our spot. We have to move now. We all have to move, or we could kill him." It's like, or we could kill him.
Oh, we could kill him. That made me laugh.
So
That
great.
was crazy. And then he didn't even flinch. That
No,
was great.
Carson Teva, nerves
Yeah.
of steel. He just stood there like, "No, like, I just wanted to tell you." But Mando tells everyone like, "Chill, this guy helped me out before, so I'm gonna do him a favor." And dude, I had to get the screenshot, Paul.
that's
says,
just before I'm throwing it.
He says, I got a call from your buddy, Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon, idiot. Grief Karga.
Wow.
There's some E's and F's in there that I
Right.
mixed up, not because of Ernie reasons.
Hmm.
But in a way to troll
Maybe it
Paul.
was because of Ernie reasons.
A little bit because of Ernie reasons.
We were watching
Ernie
this, and I
reasons.
went to troll Paul, and I said, "Paul, when you threw him the hollow message, was this a real throw or was it CGI?" And And then Paul's like, it's a real throw, man. I threw it over to him. And then in my head, there's like a series of outtakes. It's like 54 takes where Paul just like, I don't know, bobbles the little hologram thing, or the throw goes way over, hits Mando right in the helmet. Just to mess with you, Paul. I know you can make this throw.
Paul, were you not worried about getting eaten by a dinosaur at this point?
Right?
I didn't even know about the dinosaur thing. Like
They
that's
let
the
you
thing,
stand
right?
there.
He was just like, well, but it's true. He wouldn't know. How would he know?
Yeah.
So he's just gonna park there and walk over. So
Nobody told him either. Hey, you want to walk up closer, pal? Yeah.
You're the cornhole champion of a Delphi outpost. That's why you're able to throw that.
Oh my God! Only you could turn this into a moment, Kevin.
You know, I live to mess with you, my friend. I'm just here to.
This was the volume?
No, this is back lot.
Oh, really?
This is the back lot.
Oh,
This is all
for
it goes.
real?
That's real water.
It is?
Yeah, well, not
So there
that
could have been
big,
dinosaurs.
but there was real water there. This whole set got washed away because when I was there, if I recall correctly, there's a big rainstorm and windstorm that totally flooded the set, and they had to clean it all up. And so we pushed shooting by a couple of days just so they could clean it up and dry everything out. So, but that I remember going back and it was like, oh my God, they have water. Like there's some kind of a lagoon. Now, obviously, it wasn't as big as what they're showing, but there was actual water there. So,
Paul, I have
And
a question.
sand?
yeah, and sand. Yeah, go ahead.
So as this was a while ago, like you're saying, the shooting, and then this is real. I didn't know that either. I was thinking it was the volume. So are all the people there? All these Mandos dressed up? Were they all there or no?
No, they're all there. They were all there. They had dudes up in the top,
Including
too,
Katie, right?
still.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a great story about that.
So do you get to know some of the background of the story, or do you show up and see all these Mandos and be like, oh my God, what is going on?
All I know is what I get in the script, right?
And that's
Like they
it,
only
huh?
give me my pages of a script, so I don't know full storylines. Like I said, I didn't know about that huge alligator dinosaur turtle thing in the water. Had no idea about any of that stuff, and so
You didn't know if the Mandos were having a barbecue.
no, and they all came out, and it's really
there.
cool because you see them getting ready for it, and we did blocking in the morning, and there were like 4 or 5 of them, and when we're shooting the scene, there's like a dozen of them that come out of the cave. Right. And they're all spread out. So it's really cool, right? It's pretty intimidating when you see all these performers coming out in Mandalorian armor. So
Oh my God.
That's amazing, dude. Amazing. Anyway, you passed the message along to Mando that Grief Karga needs help. I was saying, I was like, why is every time Paul or Carson Teva is letting people know they should help out, it seems a little passive aggressive. It's like, oh, I just thought you should know your friend needs help. Anyway, I'm gonna go now and leave you with that thought. Or like, hey, Cara Dune, I thought you should. Here's my war medal. I was on I served during Alderaan too. Here's what I'm just gonna leave this here for you. But hey, it's effective and it works. You kind of get the Mandalorians to help out because your hands are tied. You do not have authorization to intervene and help out. I kind of thought that you would kind of join in, personally, just by yourself, but you can't.
He can't. He's not allowed. He doesn't have authorization or permission to do that, right? So that's why. So he plays in the margins where he can, but he can't overtly break regulations. So, like you say, that's what he does. That's why he's a little bit worried when Paz says, "Oh, we could kill him," but he knows the Mandalorian's an honorable man, and he's not going to let that happen for good reason, right? Like that's the thing. It is the thing that I found out about Carson Teva is he's a very honorable man, and he could just not give a fuck when Grief Karga sends out that message. He said, "Well, that's too bad." Zeb is like, "Well, that's too bad. I thought they were going to make it." He's like not even bothering. He's like, "Well, what are you going to do? We can't do nothing about it." And so Teva makes that huge journey out to Coruscant when he doesn't have to, right? Like he's trying to create that sort of sense of community out in the Outer Rim where people can depend on him or the New Republic at least, right? And so he's going above and beyond to try to help out the situation best he can. And when his hands are tied, he knows how to sort of work around, get a workaround.
Mhm.
Awesome.
So that's the thing. Same with Cara Dune. He can't force her to be a marshal, but he can appeal to her and remind her, hey, there's stuff going out here, and yeah, you lost everything. So it's a shame, right? And I'm really sorry about it. And he gives her the badge saying, you can do something about that. So, he lets people come to their own decisions. And that's what I like. He doesn't overtly say it, but he sort of nudges in that direction and reminds them.
Yes. New Republic Marshal's badge available now at the Disney shop for $20 US. Be a Carson Teva today. Magnetized, so you can wear it on your shirts without punching a hole and ruining your cosplay. All right, let's keep it moving.
He's not a marshal. Just so you know. That's a marshal's badge, but
Marshal's badge, yes.
Carson Teva is not a marshal.
He's a captain.
He'd be a captain. This was a line where I was like, this doesn't really sound like something said in the way that Mando would say. He's right. I gotta help the guy. Every other thing he says to me seems kind of like, I don't know, not formal, but I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just being nitpicky. I don't know.
That's a change in script, if I recall correctly. That's
yeah?
a change in script, because the original line, if I recall correctly, was Bo-Katan comes out and says, what's going on? He says, we got trouble. That's what, if I remember correctly, that was his last line. It's like, we got trouble.
It also has been many, many months since this happened for you.
Yeah.
So,
all
right. So, speaking of appealing to people, now Mando is standing in front of the entire covert, asking for help to go and rescue the town or the planet town of Navarro, who that's being under attack by pirates, a friend of Mando, and asking everyone for help. I like this is more of a look into the Mandalorian culture. He stands and he gets to speak. Everyone, because he has the speaking hammer. He's holding the armorer's one of her tools. He gets to talk. Everyone, shut up, be quiet. I have the hammer. I'm talking right now. And he asks everyone for help. And also he tries to appeal to them that Grief Karga offered them a piece of land, that they would have a home, that they could start living, not hiding in the sewers, not hiding in Jurassic Park, where dinosaurs are frequently stealing their children. They can live above ground. Their children can play in the sunlight and things like that. And then, who else gets to speak? They offer the hammer around. Paz Vizsla, who completely caught me off guard with his speech, and I thought it was very emotional for me. It's like, this man has time and time again sacrificed and risked his life to save my son. Same with Bo-Katan, and we should do the same thing and help him out because we are Mandalorians. I don't know, Paul. What do you think about this switch in his speech when it happened?
I thought it was a great heel turn.
Right?
I mean, reverse heel turn, because when they're quiet, and he says, does anybody else want to speak? He says, I have something, I want to speak. And I remember saying out loud, well, of course you do. Of course you do. And he grabs it. And so this is a great, I really love this, because it was, and he makes a lot of fair points. It's like, I was there, when a bunch of us died and we were slaughtered in the sewers, trying to save that single youngling and stuff. It's like, why should we sacrifice? We should ask ourselves why. And it's like, oh, damn it, he's going to win. And then when he turns around and says, because we are Mandalorians. I loved it because the sound design too. You can hear the other Mandalorians go, yeah, why should we? That's right. Mm-hmm. And it's like, because we're Mandalorians. And it's like dead silent. Because everybody was like, yeah, we shouldn't do this. This is stupid.
It made me laugh, honestly.
Yeah.
It's so dramatic. And again, time is of the essence here, people. First, we've got Carson Teva's,
dignity walk
stroll through the office. And now they're having this whole debate team situation in the cave. Come on, man.
It affects them all.
This is bureaucracy, Yoko.
Yeah.
No, it's just that whole this is the way. They're not. It's not a big. This is the way like they used to do. When you hear it, he goes, "This is the way," and they're all kind of like, This is the way. Yeah,
But-
we're gonna
They're
go.
just
I
tired
thought-
of hearing.
I thought this was going to be his death sentence, though, after his face turn, aka reverse heel turn.
Right.
Oh,
And I was like,
yeah.
oh no, now Big Boy's going to die because he's finally.
yeah,
Oh, he kicked ass though.
Yeah, he
that's
did.
true.
Kicked.
He
big
still took a
ass.
shot though. He took a big shot that we'll
Mhm.
see. So you're right.
Yeah.
I feel the same way too. But I love all the actors here because they do it so good. Because right before he talked and then Mando was done, they looked at each other and it's kind of like, oh great, here he goes. Never mind. We're not going to get the help. Right when he
Yeah.
took the hammer, they gave that look to each other, and they have helmets on, but you knew what the look was. Like I love that part of it that they do
Yeah.
it so well.
The
under
the
there.
end of a meeting where it's like, does anyone have any questions? And one guy's like, yeah, I do. And you're like, this
Yeah.
freaking guy again, right?
Yeah, they
But
gave
this
that look
time
in
it's
the helmet.
for good reasons. So it was worth it. But they were rolling their eyes under the helmet. Do they even know
Yeah.
how to roll their eyes? Because you've never seen someone do it. Because everyone's been wearing helmets their whole life.
Oh, they're
I
doing
think
it.
it's
Maybe
just
as a young-
reflect.
yeah.
It's a reflex.
Is it? Is
That
it?
wasn't
But
Pedro with you, right, Paul?
No. It's
Okay.
it's never been Pedro. It's always been Brendan Wayne.
unless he
Alright.
shows his face, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Pedro, yeah, if Pedro
Yeah.
is not showing his face in the scene, he was up in Canmore shooting The Last of Us anyway. Right.
Okay.
That was the big thing. It's like, but the majority of the work, like 90% of the time, like 100% of the time that I was interacting with the Mandalorian, it's always been Brendan Wayne.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, this is a good point. Star Wars Reporter says it's amazing how much emotion they can give through
Yes.
the helmet.
Yeah.
The body language, right? Not just the tilt of the head, but
Yeah.
shoulders, arms, things like that really help sell it. And they do a great job with it.
So to all of them who are under the bucket,
yeah, for sure.
no matter who it is, yeah, it's awesome.
They really sell the rolling of the eyes. But we talked about this last week. Even whatever the disagreements they have between Din Djarin and Paz, whether it be leadership or holding the lightsaber, things like that, through the creed, they still help each other out. Last week, Mando risked his life to save Ragnar. So I always thought there was that respect through the creed that they help each other out. And that is what drives kind of Paz to help out Mando in this episode. Here's everybody. Oh, Paul, you mentioned this earlier. They're wearing some salvaged remnant stormtrooper gear.
Yeah.
Are these stormtrooper shin
oh yeah,
pads?
those are totally shin pads from the TKs.
Nice.
And you can see, I think the shoulder bell in the same troop, that I think that one looks like a stormtrooper one as well, or it might not be. It's white. It's dark.
maybe not this one, but some of the other ones have the shore trooper
Yep.
shoulder pad too. Maybe
Just like Din Djarin did in
Right.
season at the very
Season-
beginning.
for the first episode.
Yeah,
before
right
we
there.
had to buy a
That's
new toy.
that
That's
one
the
right
shore
there
trooper.
that's a shore trooper one. You can see the blue and the white and the black stripe in, or the blue and the tan.
Right. One of my favorite stormtrooper or Imperial looks. All right, so they formulated a plan. I love this part. This is the montage, the training scene almost. They're like, here's how we're gonna drop in. Bo-Katan's talking about, this is my ship. This is how we're gonna drop through. It was so cool to see her kind of take charge of the mission there. And she's kind of motivating, giving that Captain America speech, like, why are we doing this fight? This is what we're fighting for. You're fighting for some independence. You used to live in the very sewers on the planet that we're fighting on. Now here's your chance to be heroes. It was absolutely beautiful. Excuse me, the gauntlet and the N1 in hyperspace, coming out of hyperspace in Navarro. It was great. This is the one dude who was like Kent Brockman. He's like, I for one welcome our new alien overlords. He stayed behind on Navarro while the pirates took over so he could serve them cookies, or I don't know. He didn't move to the lava flats. I think Armored Yoko would be dubbed by... No, I only dub over the Armor Emily Swallow version. That's what happens. That's actually my voice in the show, Plasty. Dude has reused broken Imperial armor. Grogu gets Beskar chainmail and frisbee. Does he imagine he throws it as a secret weapon, uses the Force to control it? Ryan, So on the planet, the pirates have taken over. They kind of start shooting at these these creatures who hilariously end up betraying them. I thought I thought that was really ridiculous. But the teams drop in. Their plan is to distract the Gorian Shard's main ship. So they send off the snub fighters to follow him. As Mando draws them away, Bo-Katan drops in with the other Mandos to retake the city on the ground. So that's the scene we see in the trailers of the Mandos dropping out of the ship. The Mandos fighting in the street with that one dude, who was it? His name Steve the Mandalorian, Steve Kreese, who was sleeping on the ground. He's just taking a nap. He's not dead. But it was cool to see the Mandos work as like a effective and deadly unit taking these pirates out. It was just cool to see going through the streets. Paul, we kind of talked about. I kind of had this question. There's a lot of angles like this season of having your subject, whether it be a ship or a Mandalorian, flying right in the foreground of your shot and having everything move in the background. It seems like if it's the volume back there, it seems more dynamic than having a ship centered and then just a plain background moving as a backdrop. So I think these angles, I've noticed a lot of these are really dynamic and make the action a little bit more. You get a cool like a POV with some of these, with the Gauntlet here fighting the pirate. Was it a Corsair ship?
Yeah, Corsair.
Yeah, super cool. I was supposed to bring a diorama of this. High School Creations and 796 made me a Navarro diorama, and the floor looks just like this floor. And damn, I forgot to bring it. It's too far. I'm too comfortable right now. I'll show it later. But the overhead shot was so good. I screenshotted this because I want to recreate this scene. And of course, what are these called? The tree
Kowakian lizard monkeys?
Lizard, yeah. They're like, ambush ahead. Do the Mandos speak this language? Or
no, he's just pointing and
they're
just chittering away.
Yeah. They were shooting at him earlier. Of course they're going to rat him out.
Like, but when the Mandos show up, he's just like, and then the Mando's like, possible ambush ahead.
Yeah, and he listens. It's great. He picks up on that non-verbal sort of sign.
I guess they're used to reading body language with each other from helmeted conversations. But you have this fight break out in the city center where the half IG-11 statue is. At first, I was like, I don't know if anyone else in the chat thought this. I'm like, why didn't the Mandos just fly up? Because they were pinned down. And then I'm like, if they fly up, does it make them an easy target? Like, are they too open flying out of there? I don't know if anyone else had thought about that. But they get pinned down from both sides, and then this giant gun that's up on the balcony where Grief Karga's office is. So what happens? This badass low-angle shot of the speaking hammer shows up with the armor.
Instantly like, oh, shit.
Yes, right?
Yeah. She's so awesome.
Yeah.
This hammer spoke. Boy, did it speak. Took out the entire squad and the gunner up in the nest. And I don't know. I said to Paul when this happened, I'm like, did you notice that it was a Trandoshan that she knocked out? And Paul's like, I did. Sorry, Yoko.
No, I told you I do not associate.
Can we talk about how she used the tongs to grab that one dude's spine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hammer.
I thought it was the shirt hanger from the back of his shirt.
Tongs, to just grab his spine and yank him back.
And the last guy just didn't hear any of the commotion going on.
Oh, he's right in front of the gun.
I guess, but
I feel she moves like a ninja, so
yeah.
Like her moves are silent, but those thuds are the only thing you hear. Oh my gosh, she's bad.
Well, and then this is well after the fact because the remaining pirates are captured. But once she takes out the Trandoshan and they said, like advance and all the Mandalorians, suddenly they start using the wrist rockets and blowing up the pirates. And I kind of thought, oh, now you remember you guys have these things? Like, why weren't you using your rockets before when you were pinned down? right? Like it was just one of those things where I thought,
Yeah, I
oh
remember that.
yeah. Rockets, we have them.
Yeah.
Let's use them.
Maybe they have too much stuff. They don't.
I would have been
have.
trying to fire some of those rockets at that balcony myself. Just saying.
Oh.
But then that would have robbed the armor of having her kick-ass moments. So
Yes, come on.
She's
That scene
so
was
cool.
way too good. I mean, look
Yeah.
at everything that's transpired in this episode so far has just been solid through and through. Anyway, the pirates they kind of concede as the townspeople come back from the lava flats and surround them, and Pirate King Salad Man is like, well, you know what? If I'm going down, I'm going to take out some of these townspeople with me. I like the pirate ship, even though it's a pirate spaceship, still has the big spinny wheel like it
Yes.
would. It's just missing the big spokes on the wheel as he's turning it. But the Gauntlet and the N1 take out the engines.
And his
It's-
mate there looks exactly like Smee. Yoko, did you
Smee.
not feel that way?
Yeah.
Paul, we said that, right?
yeah.
I thought he
Yeah.
was saying that too.
Mr.
Yeah.
Smee?
Yeah. I was calling him Smee the whole time because it was perfect. The look and everything. I'm like, wow. And I was with you, Kev. As soon as they showed the wheel, I'm like, oh, classic. That's great. Like, these are space pirates. Wow. That's amazing. So cool.
There you go. Captain Hook and Mr. Smee.
Yeah. Yes. That's exactly what I thought.
Pirate Spring Mix.
The pirates.
And the
Pirate-
Ugnaught was played by Misty Roses.
Oh,
Nice.
really? She
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
that too?
They're
That's
keeping
awesome.
her busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's great. She's so
Yeah.
great.
That's awesome.
All right, so here's another one of those shots where it's just like, yeah, you can have a straight shot of the N1 with the moving background, but
I
let's
was kind
do
of
this
like,
cool angle.
I feel like Grogu would have been safer with Bo-Katan in her ship. No, instead of in Mando's lap.
Yeah. That's true. And all the spitting and
he's used
fighting
to.
where they chased him. Yeah.
I was just a little concerned,
Well, Mando took out all those fighters over Bo-Katan's castle, and he didn't get a single scratch on him.
Yeah.
So he's pretty good.
He wants to be with
kid's
Dad.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got
Let's
plot
keep him
armor
safe.
though. Right?
And a
He's not even
rondelle.
wearing his little hat.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with the main character. He's not getting shot down.
Yeah.
It didn't work on Bad Batch. Anyway, they send the Corsair crashing into the planet. Everyone is safe.
I love the sound design for when the Corsair was going down was the same
Yes.
sound that the Superstar Destroyer made in Return of the Jedi when it crashed into the side of the Death Star. Like that same
Ooh, I didn't know
sound,
that.
which is cool. And another
Nice catch.
callback was when Carson Teva was flying over that planet looking for the Mandalorians. That scanner sound was the same one they used in Empire Strikes Back when the snow speeders were looking for Han Solo
Oh, nice.
and Luke Skywalker on Hoth. So nice callbacks to the sounds.
Love
Wow.
that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, Harley articulated there was that part with Vane. He's like, he's above you, he's below you.
I was
Like,
laughing
dude,
so hard at that.
You're messing everyone up.
Yeah.
And then he
Wait.
took off like a coward. Are we gonna see him
So-
again?
Well, that's kind of my question because this episode was called The Pirate. Like,
Yes.
who is the pirate?
Mm.
That's a good question because all the other names have led to other people, right?
Right.
All the other episodes. That's really good too because who
It just made me wonder because they don't really seem none of them seemed important enough to have an episode named for them. Do you know what I mean?
But
Like,
if he
was
were to come
Carson-
back, do you think he could make a difference, like to the plot? Though
Nah, he ran twice now.
no,
Yeah.
he's,
I feel
he's a
like-
chicken.
I feel like Carson was kind of a pirate for going out of his way to make sure that
that's what I was
Mando
wondering.
knew
is,
he
like,
was
yeah,
safe.
Do we think it was like a metaphor for somebody else? As
Right.
the pirate? I don't know.
because the other labels have been right. It could
Yeah.
have worked into other spots. Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't think the actual pirates are important enough. Also,
Uh-huh.
who was hoping to see Hondo when they saw the title?
Yes, Yes.
When
so
I first
bad.
watched it Wednesday morning,
Yeah.
there was no thumbnail and no title on my Disney
Yeah.
Oh,
Plus
the
app.
morning still wasn't there?
No,
Nope.
it wasn't. So I
Oh.
didn't know.
No.
Yeah.
I woke up and
It was
checked
the same
again,
for you
Yoko,
guys?
just
Well,
for that.
except there's the title card that says the pirate. When that
Yeah, but
And
nobody
there was no
really reads
picture.
that.
Yeah.
no, like
Well-
once you start the episode though.
Oh,
Like it gives you the title.
yeah, when it came
Oh,
on.
true.
Yeah. But I was hoping for Hondo too, because I'm still waiting for Hondo like for so long.
We're gonna
only
see
th-
him somewhere.
Yeah, but too, like
Yeah.
we've said, he's at Disneyland. He's like, where is he? That would have been great too, as like a backup, right?
Maybe on
Of
Ahsoka. I think we'll see him on Ahsoka.
because he was there. They were friends, so you're right. That's what they could be holding on for. Because they talk about the pirate. What was it? Was it a guild? No, the pirate something. Wasn't the? I'll wait for Paul to get his headphones back on.
I'm here.
What did he say about the group of pirates? It wasn't a guild. It's a pirate something because he's the king. He was a pirate
Consortium.
king. Pirate what?
A
Gregorian
consortium.
Shard?
Yeah. So like there's clans or there's like they said it. I can't remember. And that was another thing, Yoko, of why I thought of Hondo.
Yeah.
Pirate something. Like not guild, not clans, but something. And they labeled him as the
remember.
pirate king.
Pirate Nation.
Pirate Nation.
Oh, the Pirate Nation. It's like they said something about the Republic can't even protect the mid rim from Pirate Nation, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Was they, yeah, so see, like
Did
that's
they
what I'm
say
saying.
nation?
There's other pirates out there. So
Butter Nation.
that's what I'm saying as far as hoping for a Hondo scene, because there's definitely like this group of pirates like bounty hunters. So
Mhm.
that'd
Dub
be cool.
Nation. All right. Let's keep it moving. We're very close from the end of an awesome episode. Grief Karga thanks the pirates, not the pirates, the Mandalorians, for their help, and of course putting, he talks about having beef with these people, with the Mandalorians in the past, but he's changed now. It's a different guy. He's not the bounty hunter now. He's the high magistrate. Here, cheers. Cheers, salute. It's no longer my birthday, but cheers.
It is here.
Oh, true, West Coast birthday. That's dangerous. But he welcomes the Mandalorians to live on a certain part of Navarro, west of something, and
That's important.
Yes. The lava floods to Bullock Canyon.
Yes. This is Paul's episode, so I'm letting him go for it.
Bullock Canyon.
Bullock
in
Canyon.
obvious reference or homage to Yoko.
I don't know. I'm at what?
Oh, I thought you knew. Kevin?
if Yoko doesn't know, I feel like we're in that's. See, you guys already know on this side of the screen, so it seems like a generational thing. I may have aged 20
it's not
years.
A generational thing. It's a nice nod to that. Ernie, you take it away.
Jeremy Bullock was mostly known for the one who played Boba Fett the most.
Yes,
there's been a lot of people who play. Wrong one.
He didn't fall in. He didn't.
He was the one in Empire Strikes Back. Yes.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock Canyon.
No, Bullock Canyon for Jeremy Bullock, and he passed away just recently, last year, I believe it was.
Yes.
Okay.
And so saying that was totally great, especially for was it 2 years ago? For to say that this is now the Mandalorian's new land. I caught that and I thought that was so good. So that was
that's nice.
Yeah, that's such a nice call to say that. So there's been a lot of people who played in the armor of Boba Fett, but he is very well known, and especially like Paul said, he's an Empire. He's also there out of the armor as well too, in a couple of the scenes. So that's awesome too.
Okay,
but yeah,
he actually played an Imperial officer on Bespin, so they could show his face. So he's the one dragging Leia away when she's like, "Look, it's a trap," and he's pulling her alongside. So that's a nice little thing that they will often do to characters whose faces are covered. They'll give them another role where you can, like a smaller role where you can see their face.
Oh, yeah, wow!
Amazing.
Cole says the only Star Wars autograph I've ever gotten. Nice. I know the name, but I didn't know that was a. just didn't click that it was a reference to him.
No, same. When you
actor-
say his name, I recognize it, but I was thinking you meant like storyline significance.
Yeah. And that's cool. I only have 2 I'm sorry. I apologize. I have 3
Okay.
main Star Wars autographs.
Did you
And
forgot.
I have Paul.
Yeah, 2 of them which you have a
Carson
shrine
Teva.
for.
Yes. And then I have Tamora Morrison's, and I have Jeremy Bullock's as well.
Nice.
Those are only autographs I've ever cared about. So
I have a photo with the actor who was in the suit for Boba that fell into the pit. He was at one of the Mississauga toy shows. The more famous Boba Fett. Not really.
that would.
Anyway, Grief Karga thanks all the Mandalorians, and then of course, Paz Vizsla says to Bo-Katan, the principal wants to see you, so she has to go back into the sewers, back to the old forge, into the covert where they were hiding in the sewers, and the armor. I mean, she tells Bo-Katan to remove her helmet. She's talking about the Great Forge on Mandalore. She's been there. The small forge that they have here, both serve the same purpose. And then she tells Bo-Katan to remove her helmet. Yoko, what was going on in your head when this was going down?
I was just kind of I later learned that the music playing here was from when we first met the armorer, I guess, which I wouldn't have remembered at all. The music kind of creeped me out, so I was like, "What is that?" Like I was mentally preparing for a double cross here from the armorer or something, you know. But I was
waiting for her to do it, and Armor would be like, "Psych,
right,
you're
right.
out."
I think that would have been lame. Yeah, it's a trap for sure. But then I was like, wait, is she gonna remove her helmet too?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be
Right?
that third
Yes.
Kree's sister thing
The
that someone was
sister,
talking about.
yeah, the sister reveal. I convinced myself for a few seconds that's what was going to happen.
Ask and ye shall receive. Remove your helmet. It's exactly what happened.
I was scared. I was, and I don't know why we keep resorting to a double cross. I mean, Paz came back, but it was the way that he came and said she wants to see you, and then like he's leading her down there and just stayed behind her, and I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And then when she said remove your helmet, I'm like, no, it's a trick, don't do it. And then she does, and so I thought we were gonna get a reveal too, but that was, as I watched it for like the second time. And the description that she does of what you said, Kevin, is basically, you know, there was the big forge and then the little one, but they both do the same thing. I took it more as oh, okay, wow, that's amazing. And then as she leads her out to everybody.
What? You took it as a what?
The where she did the whole talk of the little forge and the big forge, they both do the same job. So telling her to take off her helmet is we're both the same. We're doing the same thing here. So it really is yeah, exactly. So it really is she's not against her at all or anything. I don't know why I keep thinking that way. And
it
so
was
she
the music.
leads,
it was just like that was the tone. Yeah.
And she leads her out and tells everybody, because then when she leads her out, everybody's expression too was like, whoa, what's going on? And then as she explains of what she wants her to do, I was like, oh, okay, that's awesome. But I didn't get that until a rewatch. The very first time I was scared of, oh no, what's going on?
Yeah. Do you respect my station? So yeah, it's the fact that, you know, I think it's the fact that they have the land now. They know that Mandalore is actually not poisoned, and they're like, wait, nobody checked on this the whole time. We could have been there the whole time, and went back to the planet. And she sees that. Ironically, you know, Bo-Katan blames the children of the Watch as splitting up Mandalore and the houses, and it's the armorer who realizes, you know what, we should bond together. We shouldn't let these differences weaken us as a people. So she tells Bo-Katan to remove her helmet. Our people have strayed from the way. It is not enough for a few to walk it. Like, let's get everyone involved. Why gatekeep the people who are taking off their helmets? And then apparently she believes that Bo-Katan actually did see the mythosaur, even though at the end of that episode she just kind of played it off like, yeah, sure, kid, you saw it. Yeah, you saw a mythosaur, sure. And Santa Claus is real, and you're supposed to eat candles during Easter. Like,
Yes.
no, these this is not. She believes
Well,
it. She believed it.
And the armor has always been very straightforward.
Mhm.
She's never been like a wily sort of. She's given us no reason to like. She's never misdirected anybody. She's been very blunt in so many ways, right? Like as an armorer, she hammers metal into submission, so like into a shape, she molds it and stuff. And she's never been untruthful, right? She's
Mhm.
always been very, very straightforward. Is what I'm saying. So it's interesting that there's so much mistrust around her character and that she would have an ulterior motive and whatnot, but she's given no inkling of that whatsoever. She's
It's just because
somebody
of the
of her word.
mystery, right?
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, and I that's the same thing, Paul. I don't know why I go there every freaking time.
Oh,
I do.
And I was the same way. When she says remove your helmet, I thought, what's she doing? Like,
Yeah.
is she trying to kick her out of this thing?
Yeah.
And it was the whole
That's what I
like,
thought
do you not, do you respect my position? She's like, well, yeah. And I half expected Bo-Katan to start taking it off and the armor to go, you're actually doing it? That was a test.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
She doesn't
Leave.
sound
You're
like that.
Like I thought that's what was going to happen. And then
I do.
when it didn't, and then I thought she was going to take off her helmet too. And it was going to like, oh, here we go. Naked head time, right? Like they're going to take their heads off.
Naked head.
Yeah, because well, that's that Paz Vizsla. She shows her face, right?
Yeah.
But it was really cool because then it was that whole speech was you see a character that is willing to adapt. She's not so dogmatic anymore, where it's like you're not a Mandalorian anymore. Get out. She realizes that the new age is upon them, and that they need to pull together.
Does it kind of cheapen Din's journey? I mean,
That's what I felt
he's
too.
not.
Right?
So
It's
and
the
that's sense.
Mandalorian. Yeah,
That's the sense because as she's walking through, everyone's like, "Oh," and you can see Din Djarin kind of like I read his expression is, "Are you shitting me?"
yeah. He's
After
like, "Oh,
all
come
you went
on."
through, and now you're walking through with your helmet off,
I
right?
don't know though, because
So-
they were different. Like they've had different paths in life, and that's what Din believed the other way.
Yes, and that's the whole when the armor explains she's walked both worlds, she's going to unite us. Like we need to be, come together. And Paz is like, I don't know, and he looks at Din, and Din goes, "Yeah, that's absolutely true." Right? He gets that affirmation from him.
He gives that nod.
But my initial sort of sense from him was like, "Oh, really? Are you going to shit all over everything that I've gone through?" type thing. Because you're keeping your helmet on, but
He's like, I almost freaking drowned bathing in the waters that you told me I had to go through. I had to do all this shit.
It was a very it's a very powerful moment too, because then everybody was like, everybody in the camp was like, they're all taken aback and shocked. And it's the armor saying, no, she's walked both worlds. Her job now is to bring all Mandalorian, like she's gonna go get more Mandalorians and bring them back here. And they might not all walk the same way, but we are all have to be Mandalorians and reclaim our planet again. And I thought I was like, okay.
But I think it also shows growth for the armorer, because she's taking what she's seen and learned from Bo-Katan.
Yeah, that's my exact point.
Right? Yeah. And
that's my exact point. Is
I don't think I'm just saying this in the sense that I don't think it takes anything away from Din or his journey. Like I think he still wanted to do that for himself, right? Like no one forced him to do it.
No. But this is a cool thing too, because his journey really, like Bo-Katan before thought they were just zealots or this or that, but you saw her see his conviction in his journey, and that kind of brought her back,
right?
To
like they found the happy medium,
which was really cool. And then that coupled with the fact that it's like different forges serve the same purpose. We can all like that whole idea of we can all we don't have to be all exactly the same in terms of whether we keep the helmets on or not. That's the growth. That's the whole, in order for us to move forward, to grow, we need to be more open to the fact that there are many different ways of being a Mandalorian.
I do like that, because Paul, you mentioned Din Djarin's conviction. That is what kind of gives Bo-Katan her drive to be like, you know what? I respect this dude and what he does with the creed, and that kind of eases her into joining, right? And it's her joining and following the path that the armor sees. Oh, she's capable of living and being the embodiment of Mandalore while walking both ways. So the armor can't see that unless Bo-Katan gets to that point. Bo-Katan doesn't get to that point unless she sees Din's commitment to the Creed. So I guess it doesn't cheapen his journey. It is part of getting us where we are at the end of this episode. I like that.
And going out and announcing and everything. I want to know the next time we're on New Mandalore or Navarro or whatever they're going to call it.
Mandalore.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see Mandos with their helmets off. Like if that's okay, or did you have to walk both sides? Like I wonder how far this is going to go, right? Like when we show up, are we going to see some that take their helmet off because that's what I feel too or whatever. So I want to know how deep this is going to go.
Super cool. You have walked both worlds. So she walks back to the ship with everybody, and you can see on Katie Sackhoff's like expression, she's still a little hesitant, like kind of like, oh, is everyone gonna accept this? But confidence that you're walking with the armor, you respect her position, and the rest of the covert should as well. So. And
we knew we were going to see her face again, though. Like, you're not going to have Katie Sackhoff in this role, right? And like never see her face again. So, I mean,
we don't see Pedro anymore.
Well, that's a different scenario where
is the Mandalorian the title shifting to Bo-Katan?
Is it always Emily and Katie?
You're asking me?
Yeah. Is it always Emily and Katie?
I can't tell you if it's always Emily in that.
Okay.
I can't tell. Like I think it is.
I thought she was there with you.
Well, here's the thing. Katie Sackhoff was in that one scene, and that was like a big shocker because I thought for sure it was going to be her stunt double. But that's how committed Katie is, and that's how much she loves being in that suit. That she would show up for a blocking rehearsal super early in the morning, have her helmet on, and be part of a scene where she has no lines of dialogue until the very end, right? And then so she was there, which is great. So I'm going to assume that Emily Swallow is the same way, unless they're doing stunts. They're the ones that are in the suit.
Well, I'm sure Katie Sackhoff wanted to be there to meet you. That's why.
I kind of like the idea that every season the Mandalorian means somebody else.
Just
like
the titles are ambiguous?
Like the first season was Din. The second season was when Boba Fett was kind of cool for a minute, right? It was like about him returning.
Thank you.
And then this season is about Bo-Katan.
Yeah, that's possible. I like this, but she shows her face. I don't know why. It was kind of comical. It's like, what? But she shows her face. But
and eventually it's going to be about Grogu. Grogu will be the last.
The helmet.
The last chapter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That Paz is so big. That dude is so big.
He is the heavy
heavy Mando.
But yeah, Bo-Katan is off to recruit other Mandalorians. Most likely Sasha Banks. Whoa.
No.
I'm with Yoko. Are we gonna see Sabine next? That's crazy.
I was ready for this moment.
The last man. See, if you wore the rings the other way, that
I know. I was prepared.
See?
I was prepared.
I know some things. All the rappers with the words that go with the rings that are words that go across four knuckles, they're not facing themselves. But she shows her. Yeah, this part, Paz looks over to Din Djarin to get the nod of approval. So yeah, she's good. This is her show now. Let's run with it. Oh, look at his face right here.
He was barely in this episode,
which was amazing, right? Like such a good episode, and we didn't have to rely on Grogu and so much of Din to make it good because, like you're saying, Bo and Carson were the ones that really took over this episode, right? It was so good.
Speaking of which, how good is this show where last week we were like, Ahmed Best returned to rescue Grogu?
Yeah.
And then a week later, it's just like, we forgot all about that because now all this stuff is happening. Paul's in the episode, Tim Meadows, Bo-Katan shows her face, all this stuff. It's like the show is that good that week after week, it seems to be topping the previous episode. I don't have time to enjoy the last week as good as it was, as amazing as it was. But this brings us to the final scene: an X-wing slowly floating through space, and I'm like, oh shit, what happened?
Were you
What
really in
happened?
space, Paul?
Yes, Ernie, I was.
This is the first time I left. What's the place?
It was really
called?
hard because I had to hold my breath.
Uh-huh. But you nailed
I
it.
thought you were gonna say you had to hold your
that-
pee for some reason.
You're that professional. That's great.
No, I just peed my pants.
He
That's
goes in
all.
the suit. That's
I was
being
sitting down,
professional.
no one
that
could
makes,
see it.
that's practical, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
let it
Going
go.
in the suit is being a professional.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
was
wardrobe
like-
was not happy, but
They're like,
You gotta do
Paul,
what you gotta do. You're in
we
space.
only have one of these.
I thought these tubes worked. I'm sorry.
What tubes?
The tubes on them. You never seen those? They're there for something.
Oh, my gosh. Anyway, this X-wing is floating very slowly through space, and I'm like, oh no, why is it? Usually see them moving faster or in hyperspace, but it was just floating, and I was a little worried. But luckily, Paul was alive and peeing in his flight suit in his X-wing, and he gets on the comms with Lieutenant Reed because he found a derelict Lambda shuttle, which was awesome. There's a hole, you can kind of see a hole blown into the side of it, and so Paul tells his astromech to send in the hero of the episode, the probe droid, to go check out inside the ship, and he asked Lieutenant Reed to check some flight logs. And this matches up with the flight that Moff Gideon was supposed to take to go to trial. And again, we've already gotten two references that Moff Gideon never made it to trial. These logs are classified from the New Republic. Is Elia Kane, blocking some information, removing it from the system? Or is the New Republic just covering up their own mistakes and incompetence? So Paul sends in the droid, and we see... So Carson Teva sends in the droid, and we see the New Republic officers just frozen bodies in the ship, and we see... But there's no body for Moff Gideon. And Carson Teva deduces this was an extraction. I love this line. I don't know what it is, but just the statement, it was just like, this was an extraction. I was like, oh shit, Paul! That was so awesome. It was so good. And of course, through the ship, as he scans it, he finds a fragment of Beskar alloy.
That confused me. Do you have the screenshot
Of the alloy
of what they were looking at?
wedged
Like, I
into the
couldn't-
wall.
Like I didn't understand what I was looking at.
It was a piece of alloy jammed into the wall.
But like,
The
should
triangle
Beskar
piece,
do
right?
do that?
that's a good question.
Like it broke away or
Oh,
something.
Right?
oh,
Like,
that's
because
a good question.
Beskar is supposed to be super,
Yeah.
like it's
It
you
shouldn't
can't
chip.
break. You shouldn't be
It's
able
like
to
it
break
was
Beskar.
planted
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
To
The
be
other-
found.
The other thing I'm wondering is how pure was that Beskar, right?
Yeah,
'cause
Like,
it's
if
not
it's a
supposed to
Beskar
be.
alloy, how much
alloy
percentage, right?
It's
Like,
a combination of things, right?
right? So like
By definition.
Mando's armor is 100% pure Beskar. That's why it's so valuable, right? That spear tip was pure Beskar, which is why lightsabers couldn't cut through it, and so it doesn't shatter. So to have Beskar shatter
this?
means it's got to be of lower percentage of Beskar. So
Mhm.
who has the like? Is it because I
It's
think
probably
Mando
Boba
in
Fett.
season 1 he had Durasteel. He didn't have pure Beskar. Maybe I think just his helmet was Beskar, but he talked about the integrity of his armor dropping down to the point where he couldn't repair it anymore. That's
Mhm.
not Beskar, right? So that's, I think, Yoko, you hit it on the nose in the
I
fact
finally got one right.
that
I'm kidding.
you
Well,
get a lot of
unconfirmed.
stuff. Come on,
Unconfirmed, but it's plausible.
Lord.
Plausible.
Plausible. Slightly
I'm
higher
kidding.
than possible.
I'm a-
Let's see. Public access is dead says, what was the Arabesh on the dashboard? I can't read Arabesh. I don't know if anyone can or has seen online what was translated out of here.
It says insert coin here.
It says you are out of soju. I don't know. Who can translate that for us?
I'm convinced it's a setup here.
It was AliExpress Beskar.
There were no Mandalorians involved in this.
Was it a plant?
Excuse me. It seems that way. This scene was so awesome. One, I didn't know a droid could do that with the whole probe thing going out as it went. That was amazing. And then we see the inside shot, and it felt very alien like.
Yeah,
and I saw so many
like
people.
Space horror right there.
Right.
For you.
I see so many people saying they thought that Carson was going to get it. I guess I'm too much of a Paul mark because I had never thought that. For real, it's like everybody was like, "Oh no, I felt so bad," and I was like, "Ooh, I wasn't thinking that at all."
I thought someone was going to sneak up on Carson.
You didn't
Teva
think?
while he was
you weren't worried about him?
No. I wanted to know what he found, and then especially that they said that. I thought we were going to see something of one of the dead bodies. I thought it's just somehow Palpatine return. That's great.
Thank you, Jordan.
I thought one of the dead bodies was going to be something of a dun,
or
dun,
someone
dun.
that we knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought one of the dead bodies was going to be Cara Dune. That like this was their way of writing that character.
They already wrote her off.
Right.
To give it some I thought it was going to be somebody like that. We found out like this person has been working with him with Moff Gideon the whole time, and you know they died inside, and that would have been like a big twist or something. But then we get the whole Beskar thing, and yeah, that's crazy because it can mean a whole bunch of different things too. Because he was trying to rule Mandalore, he took the Darksaber, and there were some that were with Maul and like that. So there were some Mandos that are still part of the Empire. So what exactly does this mean of exactly who did break him out? But at that point, it's not supposed to break. So why did it?
Highly articulated says Din was a bounty hunter to begin with, so it stands to reason there could be other similar Mandalorians who were hunting a bounty. I mean, Bo-Katan talks about she lost all of her troops being lost, and they're acting as mercenaries out in the galaxy. Could it be Axe Woves and no more, not Axe Woves.
That's giving Axe Woves way too much credit. First of all,
Casca,
and Axe.
And the other Mandos who are off with that Imperial ship. Who knows? But that will, hopefully we'll get more of this in the next episode, which is, since the stream is so long this week, 26 hours away, Yoko?
Huh?
Normally it's 29 hours when we're done the stream for the next episode, but we'll say like 26 hours.
Yep.
But who has the applause soundbite ready? Because we are not done yet. After this, we roll credits. We see the Beskar armor. We roll credits. We see starring Pedro Pascal in order of appearance, and of course, we see the homie's name up on the screen. Roll it. Roll the applause, Ernie. Paul Sun-hyung Lee, Katie M. O'Brien. Oh my gosh! I was yelling at the screen for this part, Paul. I was so happy for you. The credits, the big credits, man. Congratulations.
You needed the confirmation that it was him.
That's so
no,
awesome.
I didn't need I wasn't sure it was him. I thought it was David Suzuki at first for the whole episode, but seeing the name, come on, seeing the name on the big letters, man, that's so great, Paul.
Yeah, you weren't part of the little letters. The little, what is that even called?
Like the actual, like the credits.
At the end of it, this was the starring. This is awesome. Right? Yeah.
Were you before Brandon, Wayne, and Lateef? I think you were.
Yeah.
You were right before Tim Meadows and Emily Swallow.
Yeah.
It is order of appearance.
That is correct. Order of you be appearing. Yeah, you were appearing a lot in this episode, man. It was great, and super excited to see this episode over and over again. And is this you walking on the catwalk there, or on the? Yeah, there's Paul in the animation or the concept art.
Where?
That's him walking into the office with dignity towards.
That's just a pixel.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, that's just
Oh.
something on my screen.
I'm all looking. I was like, for reals, because I was waiting
pulling one of
for
these.
I was waiting for a Carson art. Oh, I wanted to see what that looked
I
like.
wanted that too, Paul. I really
Yeah.
wanted some concept art for you, man.
Yeah.
Ryan Dole, thank you so much for the super chat. That's very nice of you, man. Some birthday bucks. What's the ratio of birthday bucks to Stanley Nichols? Please let me know. Props to Paul for making me forget I'm watching Paul, but watching Carson Teva.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Absolutely.
I said that. Guess you earned those awards. Whoa, Dinbo Forever Spider-Verse trailer drop tomorrow. Yes, April 4th. Spider-Verse trailer. Ryan has a part in that, I guess. But thank you so much, man. Happy 75th to the both of us. Thank you for watching. I mean, that's it. That's the episode. This stream, as I told you, it was a lot to go through, but I think every minute was worth it, including the Bad Batch part. Paul, hats off to you. Incredible performance this episode, and happy to see your name at the end spelled properly, not Bob Fetta. This is the best, man. Congratulations.
I gotta think we see you in another episode this season.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping to.
That's my feeling.
Oh my god, my absolute is that we still get another episode, and I want to see an episode
We get
with
3
Paul
more episodes
with Paul and Boba Fett. Oh my, I would just lose
Ew,
it. That's
don't.
It. My shrine would explode.
Wait, if you want to see Paul and Boba Fett, I mean, he could do that for you right now. Wait, is your camera working, Paul?
No, the other camera's not on right now.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I'm glad I asked first instead of giving you big screen.
Right.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to expect for the next episodes other than it. Can it get any better?
Yes, when we see Sabine.
Yoko is calling for the powers of this is Captain Planet. What's going on over here?
Yeah.
Power of the helmets.
Power of the helmets. Tommy K, what the freak? Tommy, are you? Oh my gosh, thank you. Says another great stream. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't have any sound bites left. It's not working. But Tommy, that's very generous of you. Thank you, my friend. Glad you could be here. Glad to hang out with you last week, man. And everybody. I think it's time we should wrap it up. Yoko, thoughts on this episode and predictions for the next one in under 30 seconds. Go.
Yeah, no, I think I already kind of said that. I think we're gonna see Paul again. I don't know if it's the next episode, but before it's over, we're gonna see Sabine. There.
You wasted 2 seconds.
Very nice. Ernie, what about you, man?
And Zeb.
Yeah,
More Zeb.
Zeb. Yeah. Let's get some more rebels in there. Great storytelling, just the way that it just keeps getting better and better in every episode. Paul, congratulations. What an episode. You killed it. I agree. I mean, we were watching Paul, but we were watching Carson Teva just adapt the story so much. And I can't wait to see, because everything that I've thought has just come out wrong. And I love all the surprises that have been there. So that's what makes it so good. So
I love it. Paul, do you want to not speak and just poker face in terms of what you expect and the next episode? Or why don't you just tell us how you felt about this episode overall, other than you everyone showing you love this week with the Star Wars IG, the Mando IG posting you and tagging you, and everyone showing love on all the posts, like, just final thoughts, my friend.
No, it's been an overwhelming week. It's been fantastic. It's been a lot of dreams come true. It's been very gratifying, especially after having to wait like a year and a half for this episode to come out and finally be able to talk about some of it. I've been holding a lot of stuff in, which is great to finally be able to just sort of share that. And I'm relieved that it didn't suck. It was just, you don't see the work. You don't know. It feels good, but you never know until it gets out there. And so it was really, really quite a relief to get it out there. And then, my cup runneth over with all the attention and all those posts from the Instagram channels, like you said, from Disney Plus, from the Mandalorian accounts, and the love I'm getting from the different cast members and the directors and stuff like that. It's really there's a lot of validation going on, and it feels good, and it's kind of unbelievable. It's a dream come true. When I was 5 years old, all I wanted to do was be in Star Wars, and so now it's happened.
I can't wait for them to announce some kind of version of Rangers of the New Republic starring Carson Teva and Zeb.
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but thank you so much.
It's a buddy cop show.
Yeah.
Who's
the straight man and who's the goofball, though? You have to have one and the other, right? Yeah. I mean, TJ Williams says you killed it, Paul. Put some respect on the man's name, Paul Sun-hyung Lee. It's in the credits. Just every scene on here. I think you absolutely did a great job. All the scene partners that you had, Paul. For the next episodes, I don't know what's going on. The beauty of dragging out this live stream is we get a little bit closer to the next episode. Thursdays are the toughest because it's the longest possible time before more Mandalorian, but we will be back with you every Monday to talk about these streams. Today we talked about the finale of The Bad Batch, and obviously we took a long time, so it's great that we didn't have the trivia, but friend here, Tommy K, with the very generous super chat, has also curated a trivia for the Bad Batch finale. We will do that next week since we'll have a little bit more time. The 7 minutes or 54 minutes that we use for the Bad Batch tonight, we'll use some of that for the trivia next week. Thank you so much for being here, friends. What have you got going on this week? Before we hop out of here, I hope I didn't miss anything. Yoko, where can we find you on the internet?
Twitch twice Tuesdays tomorrow. I'll be still working on the
adding
Lego Razor
tomorrow.
Crest.
Twitch twice Tuesdays tomorrow. I love
around
it.
7:30 Pacific time. I'll be continuing on the Razor Crest Lego set, and then of course we'll watch the new episode of Mandalorian when it drops at midnight Pacific time, or like 11:50 p.m. Pacific time, Ernie, as well as 2:50 a.m.
Blows
on the
my
East
mind.
Coast at the same time.
Same time.
Yeah, simultaneously. And then we'll jump on afterwards to talk about it on midnight 30. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then I guess I'll be back here on Thursday for Enablers, where I'll open that BD droid and some other fun things.
You guess.
And yeah, I guess I'll be back here for that.
First ever self-uninvite from Yoko. No, you'll be here.
No, I've often wondered why I'm there.
Whoa.
Like every month I wonder why I'm here. There.
We love having you
Getting yelled
here.
at.
Thank you, Yoko. Thank you, Yoko. Please make sure you follow Yoko over on Twitch, Livin' La Vida Yoko. She also has a YouTube, but the Instagram link is down below as well for everybody else. Ernie, what have you got going on?
Wednesdays, 6 p.m., the Fallen Fat Chronicles on my channel, and then after that, the Starlight Digest on YouTube, and then Thursdays with the Toy Migos, They're Not Dolls at 8 p.m., all on the YouTubes, and then back here Monday with Boba Squadron.
Hell yeah. Again, this week, Unboxing Thursdays with the Enablers right here, 9 p.m. Eastern. Paul, we can find Paul at a little show called The Mandalorian. Ever heard of it? But also over on Bitter Asian Dude YouTube, what do you do over there, Paul?
I've got a main show. It's called Funboxing Sundays, 7 o'clock Eastern time, where I open up a geeky collectible, do a half-assed review, and we chat. It's one of the big features. I say hello to everybody, so it might be a while, so don't worry about it if you're showing up late. Although if you do show up late, you do extend the show a little bit. But yeah, this Sunday, it is Celebration Weekend in London, England, and I have a special announcement in store for everybody. So if you tune in this Sunday for Funboxing Sunday, you'll hear that special announcement. Very excited about it. Can hardly contain myself. And yeah, so it's going to be a fun episode this Sunday. Tune in and find out what's going on.
Heck yeah. Paul can hardly contain himself, much like when he was in the X-Wing pilot suit in the ship.
Oh, I didn't contain myself at all.
That's the joke. That's the joke. Unboxing Thursdays, Boba Squadron right here on the channel. Everybody, I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in and sticking it through here, especially Yoko, Ernie, and Paul. This was especially long one, but this was 3 episodes, not like a 65-second trailer. But thank you all tonight. Yoko, Oh, wait, sorry. I do want to say one more thing. Thank you, Boba Squadron, and thank you for the chat. You all hanging out with me here on my day of birth. This couldn't have been any better. And you were all the best. Thank you. Love you all. Yoko, now over to you.
If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. We're at 90 likes. If we get to 100, I bet something will happen. I don't know what, but something will. So if we can get 10 more likes here before I finish rambling, that'd be amazing. It'd be a great final birthday gift for our friend Kevin. You got 2 hours left on the West Coast to celebrate. So keep hitting up that soju. And there you go. We'll be continuing this on Thursday with the enablers. Always. Well, it's usually a good time. I don't know if I want to say always, but
No.
anyway, back to here and now and tonight. Hit that thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider. Ooh, we're at 97. We need 3 more. Can we get 3 more of you guys? And
you sound like an auctioneer. Hey, we're at 3 more. We need 100 likes over here. Can we get 97? We got 97. Do we have 90? Do we see 90 over here?
I'm running out of things to say. Be sure to follow all of us on whatever platforms you choose to follow people on. And yeah,
100.
that's about it. Maybe rewatch, do a little Bad Batch marathon this weekend to get ready for this trivia contest.
Oh yes, trivia next week. Also tune in on my Unboxing Thursdays. I will be redrawing a 1 unit of Wall XD from Mike's Kickstarter, courtesy of Oilers Workshop. He is putting it back into the pool. So thank you. See you all there. Yoko, thank you so much.
And here's your friendly reminder to watch Rebels if you haven't already.
Oh my gosh.
Watch Rebels.
All right, everyone, have a good night. Keep touring around. Peace. This one. I really have to pee.
We got to 100, so that means something giveaway.
Ernie can bring his feet next week.
Okay.
I really have to go washroom. We're just gonna cut it now. Peace.